Nix 100.9 FM Suni. Na ene Monday, July 8, 2024. And the time just about approaching 24 minutes past 1. Me mind jumedie ana yede bremo. Na me mind jumedie de bremo no. Me a me jumedie ho chia me from me ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma. The school character in front of me here, Ohima Equia every year. Na production nyina no. Isi panyini kwadwo da me adone na so na me ofa ase magjerry osai agyeman eboni chidom. Oba panyini na Ohima Equia every year therefore yada na osebese mrante kwa no emi no. Me manti dwumadie technical production. And sure say ebekwa on all social media handles. Abna Frema Abankro. Wani Pescoba Nana Yao Safo ana womo etutuo se bebiada ibeshia production no ewo ho na fe no yade asedan so de ama engineering group fo no achu agbo worker kotia ko na najare na nabuaje na adasankroma yasane mrane se sempro na fe yasa de aseda de ama facilities group omo na big solo na dada na Godfred dodo na friend Ubrana na yaw na Sami na fe susu no Mapuna na fe susu no DJ Bosco na Milson so yasa de mrane se tai na ensem ni nyina baba ama yetime adwendwene ho na ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma matena se Ohima Equia free year so etimani min panyi ko da me so comment kakra ebeba amansa chairman staff sergeant Harrison Ford kwabna mafo enso ebeba ha na yetiti ye ho enkomo chicha kakra ho dobakra tanimu nsam kakra so ho na interview be miensa enso so ho empanifo so beba betena se ame yetimi adwendwene ho Chairman Michael Omariwade of the New Patriotic Party, MPP, Obaba Betnase. Sam Jeremy of the National Democratic Congress, NDC. One Western North Regional Communications Officer, and also Ebeba Abetnase. Na Lawyer Pierre Dankwa of the Movement for Change. Na Yashese, also Obaba Betnase. Na Yadwendwene Yahu. You go soon at NEAT 100.9 FM. Na yehunu baby e de fufu ebeko akwa akobo on Facebook live and so yebehwe na yetemeto dan mame mo atrase
ofa meje so
na eku ya hote sen
yankopon adome ho ye me pa cho na we
obade da roma yetia so except say ya na se flu se fever the malaria na just Martin Fifris
asemu na Fifri ni so ye bo ha ejinja ho enyama ni bi mpiepie
toxins no just apie na ba bes no ko e wanu mu so adwonwono
no sa no nya breast milk pe obe okay
breast milk oh sir oh I didn't know about that
o ka che me we minim say nanka o complain we nanka me be nka me de breast milk ne bi kra
by yeah tiger nut no so kakra fra
wo fa onim dwom ye garo sam filu no
so akane nyina na ayi aboa trom what ne dinda
wo fa o jeje me aboa den
trom
no trom it doesn't ring a bell
ekwo so
Ekwo.
Abo friend ekwo so unimam.
There be minim no.
Do you know the difference between ekwo and a trauma?
Even if I do, minim emo akodi, minim se minim ana.
Aye.
Trauma ne ekwo.
Trauma and ekwo.
Trauma
and ekwo.
Mente kwada.
And a buffalo and bongo antelope and what that
wafa mu chi di no
buffalo on the here
wafa buffalo re ni buffalo wafa make mem so ka bo fruit you own the correct when you find ye. The hear no so be kan asem na me ate buffalo. Ah.
And the buffalo and a bongo antelope no. The ahin na ye corner, the ahin na ye tromo.
Of I mean,
Unim. But what is akasa weda? Se ubekuma boa tromo na wakodware sasadro de nka manemfa ne de benia onfa ne muso enko. You haven't heard that before?
Yes, I haven't.
Hey. Tromo no. Or wo ne ba. Ne ba no enum no for 6 months. On the bosumi nsia pepepe no agya no for no nom.
Okay.
So no. Na tromo no ohim gu so a ho bekeka wo sene apia.
Oh, I see.
Say aboa de na ne hwenro
Etimi ma ho keka wo sa. Enti kakasa ne biom na minti. Oso be ma den.
Say aboa tromo. So ubeku no na wakwa akogina wakwa akodware eye sasaduro. Edi enkaja no na onfa numusuo nko. What do you make of that?
Over I don't know if was I'm going of I don't say. The same can say na o ka say or him go so bia okope na kunu na say or him go goose na ho be keka wo ade. Anka bia so odi nsem hu no bi kwa na oja no ma ne nam no baby na so tan baby anka ye.
Ala okuta mystical ayibi. I want who say utu no tuo ati abofo kra omo avoid no so abofo avoid no say utu no tuo a no
o say akwa bo ana
ye wo mu an say yes ne sasa no ebe san sa ma obe soso no ho da yes unending bad dreams.
Oh, I see.
I just say wa hwe kra wa kra be enche na abewu it just says utu no a I say koko dware aduru a eye sasa aduru say honhom bi entimi ensan
embedi wachi odaye mu ni ade ma won se no wo ha wo tete na ni anije ntika oja no ma ne koya
oja no ma ne koya
you are at peace
you are at peace. How do you relate it to everyday life?
Okay, so over them so that cover fast mama me say bia won say ye woni pe bu ho no ma mo ye jejefo wahu dem me say say na me kan you woni pe bu ho no ma mo ye jejefo pa na wan hwe ye na ka say bia o kwa akọ bu ho no ma de o ye na nye enso say wo unim papa na o se me kwotire na me kwotia no e bia na sunsun so e beba o so no ja no ma ne di na no bia na say bia ebeba wo bia ebi kwa na nsa wo nkwa na akosa wo fiefo abusua nti nke bia o ja no nipa ba ko no e ma ne de ne musuo na mba bia ankaye
kaye so se oba bia wonyem entafo na wote eye kurokuma mu na onene maame eton ade na obi aba abeto ade se 5 cities na nipa ne to ade se 5 cities a na ode akọ na wasan ade aba se da bi wonpe yensesa ne man foforo ana wosesan no man foforo osan de ko ye no osan ba kasa de no kwa da fikwa de ompe
ojinisika
ana ojinisika ana ne maame abra wo pemfo no ni ho ana ne maame exercise de ono ne maame no sika 5 cities instead of ne bano sika 5 cities ono maame no ade ne sika 5 cities ade emma eye nipa no se omfanko enti o ba ye na maame bu amanezi ye nipa asumesi die ne ho ahometi o yesa afi de ade na wasan de abakura se ompe ntimi de me de 5 cities amano ana magide egu onom enna wo de abufuo ente ho ase etutu so ko tware nipa no ko tware nipa na ane ko bo atwede oba pemfo ko yiyiye se o yiyiye na ye te kika free ano oda na ni ape ana odi ejina no
hwan no de obeto ade no
edi gina opemfo no
awu
so hunu edi opemfo de so onim ana afi akoba se at 36-37 weeks so onya o man onko full term na nkwada ntafo na akoba se yakwa akotwa scan na yehunu se ye awode na no apai imprensa enti na che se doctor for say either say you be in C-section and now say you be terminate ye and also there be me and terminate ye nyin kwala no so na ye yin kwala na omunye nu 1.5 okura
oh
se be be man okura de na ne tadua no enyansane so na afedie I was say a transfer no or local health center midwife wo ho and so na just say yen transfer no fa no call district hospital kra na health center ne say there be omo anka say bitimi ayi bibia ye beka na afedie transfer no de ne call pre-tertiary center back and ye nkwada wie ya in just about 2 days na obey and then the fuashase hono and then nase ashase tatai ahead of see be nkwada no so no na pregnancy induced hypertension na your friends and the pressure cost inti afedie second day no an na frushe no na ne wofa atimi aba wofa no hwe no an no se we anya ho afedie nkwada no hwe kura se ebema ne tadua no munyansa ne ye neonata yenya ba bi mfom nko yie na ye yin na fede maame ne na ekoro so na yaba na ne wofa no hwe no an no se da bi ade we de onyini se nyinsa kire sei na se bitete enti gese yakọ baabi yakọ baabi a ne ebe ka kire ne se obi beto na ade ne maame kura na diska ba na okọ boss watwede na nipa no abona to dada ana obegege no ma wono so ne maame no gina mu ma no ane maame ne de ono maame ne 5 cities emma nipa no na je senka wo ba ye na maame ka che wo amfa wo sika o odo no maame ne sika okoko we so
I feel na mati asem na se
it explain to me
because go who say ye can ya can nipa no beto ade na asem nye do na asem nye de wa beto ade mni wadi bo usu betu asika se maje wo de ko wasan de abaso besan asanse san wasan de aba na chesampo ejejefo oyobrunsam ampa oba bejeje wo na se nyankopon twitwaje wo na se bi kra nyame na soma wo ma wo free ho na wo maame ahwe na wa manage situation e wo wachi na wo ba na azuma na osemben no
na wo ba
wutumi ekọ nipa ne fiye adenti
okotware no nsamfu ahyi
ojana
it is say ye kan kura so yes say omudi gina wo sa no a onyem a enkan enti owu wi a enadwo na abewo a adwo da di anim pepepe
na wo fa menti asembia
afrew na akọ
menti asemiase eya mo a ti se nsuo ni ade ede bodu ha no me pa cho mu di asem omo tena si di asem hwehwe mu se nipa na odi asem a ati se ne yakoko oto no omo tena si di hu se ampa nipa ni di fontie nkopira no na yemfa de nipa ne kan nto ne so
dia ne da bia no ya na wahwe wa no kasa yi because mfom so kakra bia bebe wa fam no we yes omo bo ka be 3000 cities 85 cities we dey akwaje 3000
ena wo fami masem no unyima no
nam just me na me just me pu bi de ne be na ma na kira
omo di asem na no I've been wondering about these things obu ono motini be bi dwen no
say wo ko ya wo ko ye no e de be nsem na akekan e wofa eti no an say what can be na ye somewhat inaccurate then nipa ne ka tro say me kan say ana asma kan say dia e de say mra wo so
na wo
the nipa ne bebre no unhunu say omo ye sebe ansa no ono kro obebo odua me na nya no na hunhun bitire mu
say me mati ma me ka chem so onye beefu a untime mu obi dua mani nya no
sa
ai
e bibi kakra bi benum
wo bibi a because ye nyina say yes every day say anu otumi anu me kai say me esi ye me nkyire nipa kona ye kwa yie bi ase okay me de me ho ye mfanto ho ye kwa yie ase mfa say my stepfather na ewu na ya kwa yie na ye de me atena pono ho say me nyi sika wa hu na ye de busuani ba akwa say be ono wan ko school atena me nchen enti no say me ba me say me ye kra chi enti me na me tworo bia 1000 e ba ya me tworo na papa no nim sika mu pa na ntro no ntimi ntro ntimi meji 1000 na me de mana na wa boso pepe no de ato chance nim yeah na ye ya na ye pon na ye kofi ye kofi na ye di sika no ekoma ma me pani owu fi se gie na ya ka ye di etifam wo fa e bia emfa se me ni nua bi pie ye ba ya kronfu sika na ko je ye no we fa mu bi ye hwe sika na ya cho ne sika na nkasa ye ntale ye pe enti we wi abi ana me se sesen meju asem bi sam se enti mpani fo asma mo ken me creativity se me a me ma tro ade ne se me pese me wi a se me make sure say de me tro no because me nim se mo be sese enti se 1000 do me tro 800 na me 800 atum na ma fa 200 adan na me tro ne pepepe enti mu hwehwe mu ye eden ye ama me fo esi da wo na wo tro ye enti wo na we wi sika no ena ne me ko bodia wo fa nipa nda so te ase ya mu ye meeting no mo ka se he we hu to tumi be na hawa ko bodia wo hu enti no unya ho da ka chem so wo he unya no onye be fo oni tumi bia nka dua bo ni benya nipa no wo hu enti no e ba ne sen bibi se na nka nipa na wu ni ehu sampa enti unya be ye oni tumi uni hwe ya
said na
udu abodi e se da nka sa e na ise bia ono nyankopon ne ukosu nkyere nyame a nyankopon de no beti
live and Pedro wa Modina Cruz was saying, I'm really enjoying the best show live and clear inside Indianapolis, Kumasi Tunnel, so Kesben Junction. The main location, keep up the good work. And what they abba. It nina no say, she wanu ye. So the piano she wanu a ye. And because and no ma ya dia ya hwe em wani na ho nyini pa bone so enti sisi an wan hunu aboa tromo no ana wan hunu eye ekwo no so aso ate ekwo abusua ekwo na fo so ato mudinda wate ekwo ba jasida
ai
enti ekwo ba jasi sempremo
okay
enti ekwo no so hunu
okay enti jase abusua bi ede omo edin ato sa aboa no na wo fa wo kire me tromo no wan kire me ekwo no ase adi tromo no wa kire
ekwo no de se de se won meka ekura se de ram
ram okay ram na ekwo
I said ram is a buffalo
na wo fa wo si o se na madwen aye me se
the ram no e won akade no se ye fensen ye buffalo no na so da ho sa so wa man ho sa na bebe no so en na kia so ye kia akese no onse ye wo kia bongo the kia bongo no kia fo na kire say ye trom
okay
the kia bongo no so no ho den pa en o san wo kia rhino
okay
just a rhino to onimu no
mpa twan
wo ye de here
oh yeah ye kan say what I mean rhino na minim ni
rhino onu so ye de be ne ya
what fa ya aboa
wonim rhino
what fa no nya abo
what river tano dinda mo bi ameje no
I'm at river tano
and river tano so dru udi free mehame ewo ahafo no watwam say river tano no beba be cross between tepa de eba akyerensua obe cross na akotware akyerensua nta no aba be fa mehame between mehame ne da so aba obe cross wo hosa so ahuno enti between go so kukuom de ko ba bia ni obe cross ekwan 5 times so ahuno enti udru kro bi so ye fra no be ko tano ne da ho enti se tano no ognam wan no obe ko akofa tano so ewo sahwi wa fa jatano so ahuno akofa wi oso secondary school akiri ho oda ho so ahuno na wakọ utwam ewo asanwa de ko enchi obe cross ho akwana tetenanka pantu na da so na fe omodi to bridge agoso de ne na kwasi am akwata da roma to boof no ya yidi afri honom enti ofa honom a so ahuno na wakwa ko wura ekuro bi ufri asankrengwa ba ufri enche ba asankrengwa ubeduru kuro bi e fra jema nti jema no fa bonkom so abeba asankrengwa ufa nifa so a ubekwa akosi kuro bi so fra no asem kurom so ahunu asem kurom wono no udu a ubefa nifa so ufa nifa so abekwa akoto tano no so ye bridge bi o Ghana ha se no mo fra no Mabe and Johnson for company British company and a year and a hunsem be but there didn't ma Ghana Panaphobic prison the Mabe and Johnson bridges and nine but I could da a year ufri asem krum and they call a lubu
okay
so no and to bones and soon the hoka kraka on nam ankasa forest no and or they call so no and the dear na make at you when you susuno
and rhino so na rhino chidi no
Ushi akia rhino peno fabuo ma no
okay
na ushi akia bongo so dia no so ushi just what she tumi na ngaza so no na just say rap so the American events light truck ya so no in the video one no ekwo
so no na rhino
so na rhino
okay
and you learn about them
yeah
so no and now we share the zoological unse zoology na behavior of animals so no and ushia wo so na de na be ya on hetel
hey wofa meda Over me sure so no ma cha me want to ho
sir
na ma ti say de mewu no oye mi say ya obeku me on ene mehuru ata no so ma so na be mu say e wonachi what am I supposed to do?
It is a year trauma no omo scarce Africa has a yam pese broni dia to mu say on pese ubeku no because yes o mase be hye na broni ka che say say ukum to na yana nanom so protect aboa no ntino eno mo ese menku no because ukunu a the sasa ne be di wachi sa it was a way to protect
the animal.
I
see. I said your car so she giant so to nyoma. Be hu sama you said.
Tun say na omo boa yen yes so
okay.
Na just say ye hwe ni. It dey bia na wa hwe ni ye. And you know pangolin?
No please. Pangolin. Na wan kasa.
Pangolin. Anzu ni mo no.
There you.
Any abenkwan. Pangolin ni abenkwan.
Sesing. Pangolin ko na ya aboa.
Pangolin ya aboa.
Ah, de aye nkwan. Ya abenkwan.
Ahemfo nampa.
Sa. Ofa ne twidi here.
Twidi ye friend aprawa.
Oh.
And to so no say no abobo aprawa. Ahemfo nampa.
Ko mi ko hwehwe.
The cockroach pangolin, just what is saying. And Nana Kojo say Quifree must pay for this lesson.
But said Nana Kojo on so TV, so suity.
And but say
what for?
You've seen pangolin?
Yes.
Pangolin? Aprawa? Mama here no. Aha. A day.
What for? I say say bushmeat she. Omu
aprawa obobosa
omu yiyi hu na me hu no omu ti me dry na omu dey abenkwa mpampa wo
Alex Joseph from the UK was it you see when you went to interview the Minister of Education, that is Educhum, Babnamafu was nowhere to be found. Try educate him. It Kwabnabe has a Migusu me train no I will say. Now you know pangolin.
Yes, now I know.
And now a baby I just said to come Kukujina Kokori pangolin no.
Why mo?
A Ghana for 24 on the highway no. Baby a pangolin no pano. And no Makwaji Bosia and a US 84. Almost the signboard kaka billboard kaka kusiwa say so unim na uri pangolin I bet you. Ukum pangolin ya bet you. Na go away.
From the abwan.
Almost say oh ria ya bet you. Oh, we are prawa ye betcho. So, okay.
Ukokuna ye betcho.
But rhino and hippopotamus, minia puku ado enso so ewo Holland into ono so ese hippopotamus and esusu snow and a rhino no oku ka kire ye ne
en oka ba ko ne pe
and
yes no fa ba ko ne meka
and do bit me aka say hippopotamus na esusu snow na mo rhino no so ye de
ye de mpajo utie na no mafa bre wai utie na unima yesre wa churoma ye bija Facebook ne so
and akuyagu so
Abing. We must have no cabin. Namen can say. Ovagabra. Ovagabra 7 no cabin.
I'm being tactical to move you.
Yeah, being tactical.
Mamma more. Mamma more.
Cabins, I think. I was a more than compare Santico, so tonight, and I'm seeing tree near your fan.
Well, can you but so?
Mobile.
And now, or catch them and say, can you but what were food?
I will for them a commuda. A Moscow be coming now.
Sir,
I, if for them a quick formuda pa.
Okay.
Nammy, Mr. Madoja Banchi. Koto. Mencho kotoda. But my chain wada.
And why you know?
I want me feature animal sonium.
And why you fan?
Yeah, fat. No one or 5.
Fan from
It's a easy catch. Koto them in Chibida now or some in Sana me
Koto.
Aye.
I remember Chems de City Koto. I bet me.
Not a bag never.
I
said, you are to Koto or the best bag in the
I now want to say, I'm offended.
Diana Abon powder.
I'm not free, yeah, right, Abra. Na Koto. Ya bon Koto saying, ya chick Koto saying.
And to offer son, I'll bet you. So, call a fro.
We are rabo.
I also said, you may kind of said the name of children. That time, never
cook and near Rabasem.
Uko and soon my fronum honma. There's no Rabasem. I that's how mem, oh, Tiari and I dry.
That's all.
And you drew a born no sana. So who said and Nimun were tinting and Nimun Bisana, Honorable Soki Bishim. That's a cotto issue. In 2 found Sapine Sanship. What then attach ever found son? That's all they are bought Tokrono.
A piacosa.
A piacos enough for they are sliding. Nti atachana doors won sound no slide be be free ho but e bi nso beka na udo nsa boss hu se watu ade no be hu se waso yes why no boko na wa gauge you piano ba no gauge you kenta na se bucket na pa wa bonatum nti e baba say no no I am quite
gotcha
no
also no I am quite
then no pa
say it again nti start say be
okay nti no u pe kotona udru afro ni ma na ateche ni ma de ubehu se tokro na no ana se bon na no yeti
tokro no so eye kro bi o eye oti region eye tokro no
minim
misuti o
enti se ohu sa no na ase adwidua no no ina nemre meka so ase lines wa no na chese cotton wo ho se ne nine no doors nti wo kwa na so de yes markings now un se cotton ni shemu un fansa pines anko cause the call be fell Fooding kind of attache, a bay on some na se muedu. It is also a ball crana onya. Now, fade a born no sound, but bonus through. Now, we'll slide in. We'll slide in at the Jenny B fumes. Now, so being so airbo, especially one son. Into the remarkables wapima. Udo was a bath from Cacabos wabon. Who feel it so abon that time a bono. Onti me nya ohwe cause only is na teche and I was nurse
wo teche na was
unreact cry nurse wo twe no ntu ba no no fast na do bokiti na kenten aba no sa no abona tum nti ono ba tan ni baba no so no
me just say ode
no fa ba ku bi akoye se kwese na yo and na me last man si hobi me ka bia me koye
sa
epre me die me ka kofie ko me na say anakoto no wes ma me
mehu louder. Hey, and you saw what been watching the Nakia.
What
I frame my bon cotto.
That no matter the back of Shetokro, maybe near
Sir,
cut us to Shetokro. Okay.
I say a should join me in New York, and I'll teach her Asante tree and Bonotri.
Hey.
And whilst relaxing, Namusia.
Whilst relaxing. Whilst relaxing. Whilst relaxing. If I relax now, can sign up party.
I was a senior journalist at ADAKABRI. You don't just make afternoon political show entertaining, but very educative. It's great listening to you, Kwabrus, and Okasei. And Kwam Safo Susuni. Massa, Susuni is no hippo, not rhino. But there was Susuni is
hippo, not
rhino. And the Udru,
and to rhino, no, Nichi, a dang.
The rhino, Nichi, no, so no,
yes,
I was say, come on, Aviana Kosha Hefa. Will be the premises, yeah, rhino. Will be the premises, yeah. Oh, quite unfortunate too. Quite unfortunate. Will be the rhino on the premises, yeah. And it's and say yes, I've got it. But before then, Master P, a bay wafer. So a great free when I tell me she hasn't had a prawa before. Mammy be a great free. Master P negas.
Mammy day.
Mammy be a great free.
Awesome. Maintain that.
Won't you prawada? No, we make us a fire bank when I bet what me there.
Ofana, Miss Won't say, say, Miminim say. Say, Uban am needing. Say, maybe Sahi say, so no man a day. Let me send me home, baby. I'm a quack baby. And no, I don't know. We are so bizarre for in your coin.
Minia baby. Now, what's sending me sticker? A sticker I was sending me no. Or leave me alone, as anything.
Hey, what for me here?
If you sticker, man. Sticker, I see anything. Or person what can say anything me. Minia banner.
What I just said, May Jones has him. I said, of course, and then conform me to how I said, none, and then they see. And to wait, no, that's a me who they see none. Because leave me alone, they are not sick. And the girl tell me they see none.
You see none, and I said, yes, I was said, Mitimi Cocosrano, send me Busan and Hokrat saying, Nina, Menya.
And I was a oh, yan,
and I just said, what is another be as to me, Yamity, never be as over baby tear me. And they leave me alone. Leave me alone. I just said, but Modena, you hear me. Say, yeah, mostly a my best man catch says stop. Sometimes stop means do it. Sometimes no. Leave me alone. When no patches, Mr. Modena permit left her alone. Oh, you don't have to do that. That's the mistake some of you make. Leave me alone, way. What I see a pa. Ain't no, yeah, dear, leave me alone, eh? Yana no make us imagine Kujami, one Kujami. We Ebians Rabbi and Fama Jayunko. Ebianka Wabo, what they are penning no way to do. And Nankawa, only Nemuka near Sasa, and depending on what I do. Yes, depend. Was leave me alone. Right now, say a year and Nene. Hey, say and Nene. Richard in Amasama and or the rhino no a buy and Nene and leave me alone by Minia Bay. Just say, Minia Babette to Quatiana and the Fatima, my quackopem wants my could be what type more. I would like you or type more. You Eguia or fa. CCA mean who baby I am firesome and goncopi. Okay. I say a Bokiase to a year at Buana and Salmo Junction. And they call a year a futu, new a futu. The quay I can't want some star. I can't want some star. Now we are dear bit me a yama, yana and chrono, ye did omudin befre warm. Dan say would Mr. Nedu sounds and some junction why I can and some junction. The woko and woman pa, your friend one actually buana. So no. It will come crown or hinus or honor and so no. Not the biana, getting someone near cousin some junction. Okay, Wafa, my Jane chair me say, Ebiana in some woman, maybe a year crew, a son cacra dick, I bow one, I bow huntem, eba ya che
ache ebia saa time na
best na
twene
person ko mankase mu person ko odwa akora na na wunya kwan a eda ha sei a eda obekọ eye wini bakora na nka de ato aso
adi so ko fan
na jiso fans awam so hono na wakọ akọfa eye bodua society honom now the rewrem akọfa so aduro afranze gomu abodom na the rewrem akosi adwumako na wo de akose ayi kromem ejesa fe wo de akosi ya friends mankasim so hono
wafa
enti echiri ansa na ye be yes akwan we ba me kroma defo ya monnanas ana ye akratu Winneba Road no and I'm from Baby. Don't
Intino na make sense. Ebia na sa kroni emmaye. Intino amanaka na nso baby a yedru sisia no. E o se yetimi hwe. Na ye rename
because obi dey so do Linda door. Baby Linda door si junction no so on no. E honom no enwuma mu no e ho ye nsutam. New insutam.
Na so.
Eso no se fro bunsu junction.
Oh, okay.
Bunsu no ewom. Enso so no duru new insutam honom a. Nse new insutam sector kekura no. E wo honom. Uduru honom a. Enso so ya ka makata so me fro honom bunsu junction. When in fact ye nwuma mu no new insutam.
Nti o say ye hwe say sisi ano ekro bebre na yeden abeba. Na yen hwe ne yen rename ne yen pe signboard sisi kwan na no a.
But I say ye mo edin no.
Senka ye hu ati se me a wo ti he. E na wonim. Nipa dodo na including myself. Ye nim. Enti no sanka ye dru ha bi ekro bi ebedru bi na signboard si ho e chese ekro we your friend is say ekro we your friend is say ekro we your friend is say ebeboa with a lot of things BBC na ye bisa say he na wugina o si mi gina ha what you say enti it signboard na this so it is easy so be kwa be follow there who direction say me kwa ha na me ba na say nipa na yo say me kwa boa
na na ye no ba bia ye tie no ya dwene enko ho because obi te ba bi te said ni okele osapesua aveno street ni dion ni okele osapesua avenue ewo okwe gbon no ensusu busa maka chota trasako
ofa u bisa
me here for na omatena se a traditional I believe the bia his royal highness gamanche ebitimi asade no odwuma say omo be make sure say enkradin na ye de atoto street no so no omo be reinforce amankrofo abobo say abobo because what ni okele osapesua avenue and so be can kire say otitrasako
so ekwa the street me u bisa me say me ka say
okwe gon no say adenta ho nyina okwe gon no
adenta
ho nyina say okwe gon no ho no na area no
we
eso so say yam fadin no emfre
me say wo fa me ti ha isi anaka se me firi hia na ifa na matena me nka sa agona kwanta da ka se takrade
oh sa
hwe mu twen achi
I said takrade no ahantafo no do so takrade mo
se takrade for me ahantafo so almost so me ahantafo omo ya ahantafo
sekendi mo
wo fa me fi omo takrade for ahantafo pure so almost so mo mpe
omo ya majority ahantafo
wo fa they are hunters
omo ya majority ahantafo
they celebrate kundum almost so mo mpe omo ti so mo dey masquerade no sa and I know they say almost say young first uncles and young first enko for we mo
na uncles is what pambi
me misuro kra over misuro no me nko bi da
sa kana wo isu den ka uncles nka betumi asapa
over me say me nko bi da
e just me hwehwe sa video no de ma Charles onua won to bisiu and na damfu ya wafiri mu yi oh na damfu ba ko bi wafiri mu and aze Kofi Keneta so to nyom the way na or to nyom na chese omo de sa ankos no e just what me say oni awe na damfu ya we pa de omusie no kra nche afia na ekosie no kra yanka na utum say ankos no yepa enti akwan yasema meken na se udru amasaman chese una uba pokuase a Can you imagine say anadwo nonkunu wachi
after 9 p.m.
na ekwana de bia meka say car bi break it down wa na you need tow trucks
bia wo
tow trucks ikura no between one and more engineer mahama eboa ya say na mepe road safety management services for tow truck akoso and run na jobe 9 p.m. Can you imagine say trucks mienu omu nyina driving just a parallel.
Okay.
Almost sasus ba driving parallel. And omu nyina break it down at the same time.
Now we
and a kwani see
besi.
A kwani see no. Asate na no panon so na ye mie kwan.
Trucks two need asusi ho.
E da ho si ho. Omu nyina dumja.
From 9 p.m. Ebesi 7 a.m. ene.
Iti omu call wo omu anim so be almost half a mile.
Okay.
And omu go break it down. Until the only alternative was to say baby na omu nye a year Corvette no ho. Ubedru fise na omu nye Corvette no ho. Iti wana utimi ranche kakra. Na wako wanimu say after fise no uba wanimu almost an turning right bi ho. Na ubetimi akọ ewrewra mu a de akosi odumase. Na utene senka do ko odumase no unim ho de a na prosini bia nyina ho a o kire diversion say oh wa fefa nchen no fa say na baba be si pokuase from Abukubi Dabi from Kronidin Crash Ablekuma to pokuase highway no prosini bia me kire and Nkrofo stranded to almost deep truck na chinua be say half a mile no wo makoka no e was say wo ma abeka akire no etene fa small ho no no a wo so per chance assign a reverse to hwe articulator e ba na e reverse na wo so file akire ba no so emma wo mo kwan and wo ma reverse and the place was less than 500 meters away from the Amasamai police station.
Oh.
And it was less than 1,000 meters from Pokuase police station.
And none of them.
And as at that time, you know, passengers, commuters,
is it that
were left to their fate.
Is it that a police one year oblivious say nim
Ableho tutubla there's a process for them.
Is it that obi na report momu ti omu nimu say na ekoso ana say yeni da ho
o fan and channel run parallel with the exit road and now say service road na dan channel asie no o fe fan channel aye got na aye for shops anim na nenam for shops anim na nenam na watimi abe manage abe turning right na turning right a baby abe turning left abetimi dia ba Pokuase no te the nipa do say nim baby a edimi mi kwa say hot mo ye crowded sa no kra no me dia mi wura mu a be see odumase and said I'm free odumase turn fa himfie nanimo be see main road na no ana kuya
ofa
senkra ha say obi ma wasase a hwe no wanka say ho ye wuram na ho kwan wa bitifia ana asase ene kwabramafo odumase aye baby akwa dwabuo mu na aye so ne trafo dwabuo mu just before baby abe turn the akono and there is a main road from aye Pokuase to aye Krona Bond
Ablekuma
na o turn kofa aye odumase ahimfie ho edo be kwa akosi 3 junction ewo Amasaman ehonum so na fe turn right na de ba ase na yi ana mesi kwa ehokwan wa na kwa bana de ote ase wunum se nra me tutu mam kofa Marion Hotel ebefa eho bia bie
aye kuro
eho bia bie
usi ewurade wo famina wona wunie
mina minie namza Saturday lecture sa anwia no dos nam so
over how many years ago
I'm talking about less than 6-7 years ago. Let's say, would drive him fear no more, Scooby na try him fear so, the Akanyina Nas ascended the Waka Kraka, Satam, ages investment and a tete assassin nam so me there be there o kwakofa afa dia nra and I'm so member be di and crofo side hakaka there me momo dia na me de me nkofa odumase afa di odumase won ya ye kwan enkania petrol station edan akese this logo adan nyina bi odumase ho and I'm say sir adan o masisi no me pe kwabena kwa mabusa se kwabena the say no odumase aye na anka nkire me
asemu I just obi awoba oba ketua bi o he nanim kran he o je ogina ho chese hwe na ye de achew na so wompe cobra 15 years later na ha de sir ebi na ato no o de kona bra 19 o crowd is saying 1987 maybe now. This that time 87 no. That time Totofiwa. 87. So, when you go and next say 87 na titi asia. Why you obey you? Yeah, this that time you me ma so of aji no cause wait. Juso Globo. I just him feel no my yard, him feel come up. Ebi na to pa ofa. I can be that. I can say han mo kwan wa nti me de mempe. So hunu. I can say ho kwan wa na mempe. Na hwe se e de ne betimi aba e kwan be si ama ato ena no pa no nso na nipa nyaka e wo honom. Police for ye adwuma ho mo ye less than 500 meters away. Omu ntimi nka ntre me se omu mu biara. And fast sa kwan no so enko police station enko adwuma omu ntimi nka nkire me sa enti die na ekoso all you have to do is that be beja na ma direct say sisi na kwan na kunti ye be emfa ha na mo betimi a place calls na ye be tow trucks abe tow trucks na every kwan ni mu no we enye adwuma bia police for we mu ntimi nye baby eni say ye si barrier jeje one city dia Anka yesi ofajai. So baby any say yesi barrier. So it is creating unnecessary traffic. E wo kwan mu dia anka ya dada. Bra Usu guy on Facebook Live was saying Rhino is kokote. Na we na ni mu aye be ma. Kokote. Kokote. Na so me mate kokote sa. Me say kokote ya aboa. And you agree Rhino is kokote? I don't know, but I know say kokote e ya aboa. Kokote ya aboa. And they say general knowledge. Obi ani to kokote. Eye ukọ eye Achimota ECG. Ewo Achimota St John's opposite one. Minimum hopa. Mr Morgan cry adwuma wo. Kokote nam bi wo akire ho. Wafa wo UCD echi ho UCD echi eno na opoku aduse o say Nana Kome's hometown is new in Sutem and na Godwin Dankwa say kokote is bush pig or say chese nwura mu preko ndi no akwa check which is also called the warthog wrong no emo anu doso they just nya zoologist or say yes wo father ADAKABRI. I totally agree with you on this issue of how we've changed the traditional names of our various towns. A lot don't know Kaswa is Odukpong Pehe. Odukpong Pehe? In the central region, Kaswa. So, and Sandra Banafo is also saying, Odofo. I'm a Dofo Papa. ADAKABRI, did I hear Mahama saying he bought free senior high school? Granted, he brought it. If that is the case, why was he and his party campaigning against Nanado when he said he would bring free SHS? Mahama, sometimes I wonder if he listens to himself when he ever talks. It's so sad. And or they buy. Nana Kojo once again, or say Kufu Ado should appoint ADAKABRI as ambassador at large. It looks like Wafa knows every part of the country. Wafa, can help monitor all government projects in the region. In fact, I should confess to you, Nakia, that Honorable Dampoche afforded me the opportunity, Senka, Buano na, new regions, and quite 4 regions, new regions, Crete, and into Dampoche invited me, but quite unfortunately, meant me and Quanko Buano, Manoa Semia.
Enti Kwam Sapon also Kokote is a suburb of my hometown of Finso. Kwam Sapon who free Finso na so na wo dem mesano. So hunu. Enti Offenso Kokote Offenso ubenya Mase ubenya Denting ubenya Namon Offenso ewon nkru bebre ewo honom enti Offenso and I can Amori and so Come Nyakun, very educative watching you from Columbus, Ohio. And or they buy Mensa Victor was a Sandra think small and or they buy Inti of a rhino can be cockatoo. I mean curb you. Mean curb you. Kwabna Dum so was the ADAKABRI. Good afternoon. I had a dream a couple of days ago whilst Dr. Baumia has won elections by 56%. Richard Donko, ADAKABRI, the lady at your studio looks natural. She should keep it up and, be yourself.
Thank you.
And remain natural. Except to say, Kuda Mukakra na ni mu kwanye. Inti Kokote no ena egusu masterpiece so e de abeduru ena kese obi ade na dwene ba they just enya zoologist or say fiero akuefriye wafa Odumase land is a hot cake now. You can't get it in Pu. And you see their beautiful palace wafa
message nyawe Facebook
there be what they call on page to me and a masterpiece with fiero fiero Odumase na work and ampa enra at adeba koso ya na your planners no so mwa because akuya mi remu na mi dru junction bi a me avoid no
messages bi o Facebook na kwa
sa me nyanko kan so hu na dru ba bi a na ya say oh animu ase anti Amelia said dey Amelia am just a what so to wonom na wuti kuro bi so say ayi Odumase na oh udu Amelia de na saying
so mu de obi jam obi a betena ho
just Amelia bi say wa ton koko wa na say wa ye bibi ho
e na abeka
do eti ya na edu ba bi edin no ide to but anukure ni se mebo aye nananom abaso a nananom wodu aye Odumase o ma ya ade o ma himfe na ife o kese o mo a leverage on o mo nsase o ma leverage on o mo nsase immediately a ye gu ho no mo no na kese o hwe o enura me duru one man adwo no na tum se ese o mo ese na yie bi about no ma decorate wo black and red na me se nananom Odumase why ya de papa
guy
except to say afi na year me ya asase no
na me tam dey example
and there was this MPP Siriakola bia da bia no frame me offer bra wasase ne da offer bra na so me dey
offer asase no we ekodi kwabna ho ana
o da be kwabna on a separate land
enti wo de no we he
me de no so
abo modern aton
me pesa side hono
enti still wo fanka ho mpe ma sisi e de
and it's still an chese nura no nese de nese akeka abomu no ese me pe east of Accra east of Accra north east of Accra so and no that's no koko ka ho asem na kwabena nkyerɛ wo
ati me bisana ma na kyerɛ
enti osi Kokote is boa or wild pig Kokote aye warthog just you to your boss. Ye kokope your friends. As a man from True Rasta Junction is a place to live, with a very serene and cozy weather, with a Una Po and a Master P, or they a buy. And that's a Marion Hotel, never of a pan, many I wish I could enter Marion Hotel, go and enjoy myself. Longhorns, and or they a picture no bar. I was say, what's that, ADAKABRI? I'm just angry with a friend who could some okay, right. It's Gusuneti Nit 100.9 FM. Na yen kinka messages kakra so I was saying. Richard Mensah na wasan kyerɛ say Rhino is at Nene Richard Ediaba. I think if we realize the name Kokote pa and Mahama is coming back. Now Emmanuel Young na or say please the MPP government don't have campaign message and free education with school under trees, no message for Baumia. Now Kwabena freedom. Also for good afternoon. I'm sure computer is built around your brains. And police and also of ADAKABRI, I think you are my mentor on radio. I say Equifree is a natural lady. I can see no makeup on his face. Keep it up, beautiful Equia.
On her face.
On
her.
I say Equifree is natural. I can see no makeup in her, or can't his, but he meant in her face, up on her face. No better. And to keep it up. It do a can make up make actually no. Yeah, the light.
Baby, show message na me.
Victor Mensah and the bag. Kwabena Dankwa was over. There's some Yemeni family is harassing landowners at a man from close to Udumase. They claim they are new landowners, but they've not been able to prove anything yet. So yeah, ni when you can be na yeah, me pesa apo mo no. Before say every London beba na kuya go ji asase bi wo aye ablekuma aye CP honom e dey call farm milk sand ko CP this sand and they no sand na wakwa kodu main junction better the right dia kono that time na mkokokum aye the classmate ba kunua osu sechere aye ninja terminator mon sam ne see no nam se me epomo ya mama mpe southeast and southwest of Accra. Any idea, I mean, petrol. I mean, pickety bia. It is that don't go ninja, and I'm saying, me means who be na mamma.
No,
oh, there be a wood, woo and Yankopon after the war, and the best shepherd. The war. When you're in front of a play the cocoa was
oh, well.
We got trampling na plane was so say.
Osi wu anyango bo afre wo.
Wu anyame afre wo. Enye wu a wakoma betimi atu a.
Yasemo.
Oyibo buaten na ka say or say atwuma na ebehin. Or say breaking the heat with Dr. Baumia is possible. It's possible. And or they ebuy. Right, hwe na mumpe Musa Dankwa mre. Na Musa Dankwa de a new poll the aba as to whether those in Ashanti accept Dr. Mama de Baumia na omo accept or Hineba or Inena Matthew Poku Prempe na outside of Asante so no the ratings it is saying na and so yenhwe every Scoopy guy what's over you are one of the you are the one that keeps me listening to Neat FM keep it up offer and Yaya Kota was GTP all the way. And now, or the buyer. Esuma Paul, or say good afternoon to my incoming MP for Lojokuku, Dr. Oko Boy, and honestly, at the buyer. Answer and Master P. Ediaba. Also, if please kindly read my message for me. She's afraid of wearing a masquerade. Was the Amelia Junction near Ufuriamponsa Junction in Ayawasu near Asufa. So no, it's Amalia Honomonamikura Honina and Rana Juno. Now, Pesabishin to Kruntokrums and Sana Mibishi main road no a day a buy. Nina say, I didn't know, crying. It missy and I drew 9. Ewo Amasa my fissy a day eba a year Festus. Na anadwo 9 no ekwan ni si ya bisi 9:07 there no bi oti amasama ho bia epeka ba kroma na ayeden so obia eba na ayeden na ubusa na say die ntina wo say eba na sa die ntina e wo say eba na sa oh okay I say what for GTP and ba for eso de aba ntina ba for so GTP no na adwuma and Meridian about for GTP no ɛno a na ɛyɛ adwuma nti na yɛho sɛ de bɛsi afade akɔ na yɛnhwɛ Musa Dankwa ɛna waba abɛduro yi na Musa Dankwa ɛna ɔde ɛyɛ nti ɛyɛ afei de lawyer fo nyina kora bam ɔsɛ ɛyɛ ain't true kokote is war talk or word boa na sɛ war talk no na da bia wotumi sɛ yɛtumi no papa na watutu tokuro no akɔ akɔhyɛm nti na kokote no hwɛ na no a nti ɛyɛ lawyer bɛde wase papa so ɔmo yɛ lawyer for so ebi so atena kura ase da nti they know the difference Jody baby awo bi amekyia ma yɛnkɔ na yɛne Musa Dankwa nkɔnkɔtwe nkɔmɔ sɛ Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh sisi a yɛ accept no ana wɔ Asante sɛ ɔyɛ running mate na impact no is it positive or negative na outside of Asante te sɛ oyi Greater Accra Matthew Poku Prempeh normal ɛte sɛ ɛwɔ hɔ Musa Dankwa yɛ mo aha
me ju so offer
na ho te sɛn right nti Idi a new running mate Matthew Poku Prempeh, the vetted from Ashanti and Greater regions, and its impact on 2024 elections, dated July 8, and then with the Abbey. My executive summary, Sir Matthew Poku Prempeh, the running mate and Yadia Manono in Ashanti region and in the Greater Accra region. A day and a respondents, I catch the yang.
You made us ADAKABRI. We a special poll after the and Obekaya has posted there. You pick your moment and make yourself relevant. So that the reaction of the public or protest with regard to such announcement. In the anything I said, over Ashanti Accra. And the objective is there. The best say omagina to Ashanti region and also omagina to. So imagine what is the effect or the impact of that estimation. And a comparative analysis or Greater Accra to see outside of that region what is the reception and then what is the potential impact of that nomination on the election 2024. Who share overall in the country region, it was well received because about 75% of the respondents almost say they approved the nomination compared to 50% that almost say they don't approve that nomination, and 3% say they don't have an opinion. Now, we're breaking this down, party affiliate, Washington, you could see that clearly MPP is behind this point. 89% of people who said they were MPP support this. Only 10% do not support it. Over almost we have floating voters, Washington, 72 as support, 22 as support, and almost disclose on party affiliate, 59 support, 30 support. And this is for the young Thomas because we had our opposition. But we had 3 main blocks now: MPP, floating voters, and those who do not disclose now. Broadly, they are happy with the choice. No doubt about it. Now, when you go further and prove, say, okay, how likely are you going to be influenced to vote for the MPP in December because of this nomination? Then the story begins to change. On that question, 62% say they are likely going to vote for MPP because of that. 21% say they are on, and 17% say omitting. Somebody may ask, why would they approve? And don't vote for the person. Don't influence that. In some instances, if you are only a senator, or because where they buy a basic their mind into own palumra, so they will convince you to bring the person, but then vote against you. So don't expect that the fact that they approve means that vote rappers, the difference between approval and likely voting intention. Now, what's the Greater Accra on the sixth comparator in terms of likely going to vote for the person or not? The pool we did in Greater Accra, we sampled 6 areas. Out of these 6 areas, 5 are MPP, only 1 NPP. First one is Ablekuma West. Second, Ablekuma North. Third, Ayawasu Central. Fourth, Ayawasu West Bourbon. Fifth, Tema Central. And sixth, Lejokuku. So you can see, say, only the Lejokuku and NDC. From this constituency, what did they say on the question of whether it will likely influence their vote for MPP? Only 24% said it is likely going to influence them. Okay, Ashanti, 60% or 52%. Those who are unlikely to be influenced in Accra, 67%. Very, very, and a 9% neutral. So you could see there, the reaction in Ashanti region is completely different from reaction even in the stronghold of MPP, Accra.
Enti sabane saade na wubusa ho se. Edie ni betumi asua free mu.
I think the lesson is that the data, don't focus the research in your base. Make it broadly to cover everybody. Because on the election of December, I never in Kwana Betuaba.
Are you then suggesting sen can not or Shibebo or Mwana?
That one, I don't have this. But also, the question we asked them on favorability. Do you have favorable or unfavorable opinion of certain individuals? Ashanti region clearly Napo talked with plus 60%, followed by Kenya Japan plus 55. Professor Opukujina plus 43. And Dr. Ebichum plus 43. So in terms of popularity in Ashanti region, Napo, no doubt, is far ahead. Followed closely by Kenya Japan. Then when it comes to Accra, we think that just Napo and Kenya Japan ask the same question. Who do you, do you have favorable or unfavorable opinion of the following people? Here we Kennedy, our plus 3% positive. Dr. Matthew minus 11% or minus 11% of Greater Accra. It means that in Greater Accra, Napo will be a liability for Dr. Mahmoud Bafia compared to Kennedy. But in a certain region, Napo will be an asset. But don't forget, sir, Greater Accra is equally important to MPP as Ashanti region because almost 20% of all MPP supporters in Ghana are in Greater Accra, whereas 25% of them are in the region. Even though they win by larger margins in Ashanti region compared to Greater Accra, you cannot discount the volume of votes from Greater Accra.
Nti se yete ade ase yi a asama Musa Dankwa wo kan say ye hwe Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh ni favorability rate in the Greater Accra region 36%. And unfavorable rate no so 47%. Into when you look at the net favorability rate now, it is Matthew Poku Prempeh is minus 11%. Let's just say he becomes a liability on the ticket for MPP.
Yes.
Let's just say the popularity may not surge beyond the borders of Ashanti.
from what we have seen in the data, as far as Accra is concerned, that is the evidence from the data.
Say, we share Asante, a net favorable rate no for Canada, Japan, a plus 55, as opposed to a Matupoko Prempe plus 60. It is here the bar a greater Accra, then Canada or Japan, Ghana's a net favorable rate of positive 3, as opposed to a Matupoko Prempe negative 11.
Yes. So mathematically, it means that Kennedy would have been a positive figure for MPP than Matipoko from the data.
Now, Obeka say, I didn't share Ashanti any greater Accra, when in fact, greater Accra should be looked at with central region, western region, and western north, as opposed to Ashanti region that can be a standalone stronghold. Obeka senses or the to any greater Accra.
You know, the argument in that on better to consolidate the MPP and the MPP base for as I mentioned, over 45% MPP are in Ashanti and Greater. So you can't get anywhere to test the effect of this combination. And now again, we don't have the money to go everywhere. We are constrained. We have to make.
So on the whole, no, there's difference between the presidential and the parliamentary. Enti obi on on the main no osmetro ama party no as opposed to say obeto ama bia presidential candidate be. Enti in the case of presidential candidate no Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, and it may be say in Ashanti Matupoku Prempe be complement no, but outside of Ashanti Dr. Bawumia will carry Matupoku Prempe behind him. If you are to make the analysis of Muhammad Bawumia Napo Nana Dankwa Kufuado Bawumia, how would it come out?
Right. We did that analysis in both Ashanti Pidgin and Greater Accra. Oshe Nana Bawumia ticket in 2020. Among the people we spoke to, 84% voted for Nana Bawumia ticket. 15% voted for JDF Professor Jane ticket. 1% for other countries. But today, during the poll we just did, Bawumia Napo is 73%. Alan is 9%. Mahama is 16% on change. Nana Kwambeja 2%. So compared to Nana Bawumia ticket, Napo Bawumia is down 11%. The 11%, 9 for Alan, 2 echo none with from this state. So on the basis that he is supposed to galvanize the base, no, he has not been able to achieve what Nana Bawumia achieved in 2020.
Just say the two of them are lagging behind Nana Bawumia.
Yes. As to whether this number would improve going forward, we will measure that and report back to the country. Also, Greater Accra on the same strategies. Nana Bawumia got 59% in the areas which were largely the constituencies. Mahama J got 40%. Today, Mahama J was 56%. So they have gone up 16%. And then Napo Bawumia is 41%. down 18%. Nakwa is up 3%. So on the same score, no, Greater Accra is probably worse, which is understandable looking at the fact that Napo is negative in Greater Accra.
Now, do we have similar poll relating to John Dramani Mahama and Nana Jane? And
In terms of nomination,
in terms of nomination and then extending it to popularity?
who share the time on Nana no national, about 60% were supporting Nana Mahama. But again, they support the decision. It doesn't mean to vote for you. When we ask people to vote for you, they only got 54%. Just like Napo got 75 approval, but 73% vote. So it's in line with what we have seen elsewhere with regards to Jane and John.
There's this question of who would you vote for in the 2024 general elections? And Mahama is hovering around 15%, and DMB is hovering around 73%, and then Alan is hovering around 9%, and Kwambi Diakon hovering around 2%. What does it represent?
It says that if the electoral after the poll was announced, MPP would have got 73.
Omenya 73 no ewo regional and national.
No, the region, Ashanti region. We're Ashanti.
Okay, internet are not clearer because the question was just a flat question of who would you vote for in the 2024 general elections, and the responses were that then a year Ashanti no ama. So,
okay.
In the Ashanti region,
there was a new version. So we didn't have that version.
Like I said, Napo a collapse Mahama search ewa Ashanti no.
Technically, so because what happened in 2020 at the same number, it means that all I need is modular. Especially on behalf of largely the same level. Now, if some don't go up, it is Mahama's extent be higher. I don't know what you want.
Me follow the Okano.
Because I will not vote for 11% for in Ashanti region. NDC 6%. So if 8% of MPP decides not to vote again, what Mahama got at that time will weigh heavier relative to those who vote for MP. That is what MPP must operate. They must not only people to increase their vote, they must also increase the turnout. Because those who are saying it's highly high in very, very.
Ma share ethnicity any 2024 general elections. The question was, who would you vote for in the 2024 general elections? And then in the Akan subgroup, 81% said they would vote for Dr. Bawumia, 9% said they would vote for John Dramani Mahama, and then 8% said they would vote for Alan Trematini. In the same vein, Ukomole Dagbani, who would you vote for in the general elections? I will say 47% said they would vote for Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, 15% said they would vote for Alan Trematini, and 37% said they would vote for John Dramani Mahama. Tell us more about this.
We saw a little clarification here. We Ashanti region voted. Because this report is Ashanti region and a small element is Greater. So in Ashanti, Bawumia voted 81% of Ashanti. In fact, they dominate in every ethnic except for Mandi in the region, who Mandi. But surprisingly, you could see that dance in the country is Baomia 61, Mahama 22. And in the hour, Baomia 63, Mahama 20. We don't know whether this is just an outlier or what is really happening among and the
It not just a way no ethnic subgroupings a war Asante Asam near King.
Yes.
In the case of Grumafua Wasante, 43% of Grumafua Wasante are saying that they will vote for John Dramani Mahama. 36% of Grumafua Wasante as they will vote for Dr. Muhammad Baumia. 21% of Grumafua Wasante as they will vote for Alan Martin.
Yes. So the point I'm making is that normally what we know is that the Elders vote for NDC and the Gan Adangate vote for NDC. But in the Ashanti region, what we are seeing in this poll is the fact. And we don't know whether it's an outlier or the normal situation. Maybe subsequent polls will confirm this.
Maybe subsequent polls will confirm this. Or in a traditional area, no, or likely to support NDC. But outside of the traditional area, no, in a community other than his in India, they are not joining dominant political groupings now. Or no.
Yes, and sometimes you understand Ghanaian voters. Sometimes, I'm going to need no baby, and you to support NDC, you blend it. So it must be. Yes. So it is not usual from the polling data that Baumia is Mahama in the Ghana that is an aware group.
Tisesiano, routine 90-day cycle, national polling, and not tracking anybody, you know. Yahunu baby, and MPP Susu, Dr. Muhammad Baumia Susu, the running mate, no. Yahunu baby, it appears that this time round, no. You the way forward, how to go about it. There will be a jina. Na yeah, but what next? And global info analytics.
In the immediate future, no, in the next 2 or 3 days, a very special parliamentary and a presidential race is Lojokuku, Ablekuma West, Ablekuma North, Ayawasu West, Ayawasu Central, and Atamet. It's a special poll to inform us about what is happening throughout the region. And no FYing Emma, it's me, the FN MRP model. No. Yakaku, how many seats would MPP have? How many seats would NDC have? How many are toss up? It means anybody can pick it. And how many at the moment is being held by independent candidates? As time goes on, no, a bit update this model as we get more information and more polling data. But the next national poll will be October.
But besides such special polling on the 6 constituencies in the Greater Accra, is there anything in the offing relating to 104 or 114 constituencies across the country? Candidates other than the MPP and NDC are making waves, Anna.
So we are targeting some seats in the Western region, some seats in the Western North, some 2 or 3 seats in the Ashanti region. So altogether about 21 or 22 seats. We'll do a special polling there just to fully understand what is going on. And that would help us to firm our model that we have this morning released on our Facebook wall.
Nah, yeah, Mujibre, gauge reactions. Mujibre, reflect on feedback. And what is it so far?
With regard to parliamentary seats,
with regard to the nomination and confirmation of Matupuku Prempe as running mate to Dr. Mamadou Bawumia?
who follow social media, I think the poll we have just done confirms the reasons why he was selected. That Ashanti region base may hold a bit. I wouldn't know the true effect if he wasn't the right Ashanti region. But we have some data. Ubekai, the national poll, the national poll gave Bawumia 66% in Ashanti region. But in the current poll, he's now on 73. So if you want to strictly compare that one and this one, which you may, it means that there has been a positive impact. But that positive impact, is not good enough to match what Ronaldo Bawumia got in 2020. That is the gap they have to try to close.
You're in the next 3-4 days. Na share that special poll no. Na sample views so on so far the Modia Bay whether Matupuku Prempe widely acknowledged. Ebi obeka just a greater Accra no nye ayikwana nebia in other regions also so no obeye stronger.
We will see when we go back to the poll.
Right. ED, Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, Ura Musa Dankwa, Yadawasipa.
Mr. That.
Right. Musa Dankwa and Yadana Kasei. A new poll out there by in the Greater Accra and the Asante region. As I said, Dr. Matupuku Prempe, widely accepted in the Asante region. But in the Greater Accra region, the net favorability rate -11. Internet just said they may be suffering in the Greater Accra region. But before then, TSR voice from the Kenyan side. Na say Ghana has a voice no. Yabeti bi wahada na in TSR voice kakra.
Accordingly, in keeping with the enhanced austerity measures we have committed to implement and align government expenditures within the budgetary implications of the withdrawal of the Finance Bill 2024, the following actions shall be taken with immediate effect towards the realization of the new budget. State corporations with overlapping and duplicating functions will be dissolved, resulting in the elimination of their operational and maintenance costs, and their functions will be integrated into the respective line ministries. Staff currently employed by the affected corporations will be transferred to ministries and other state agencies within government. The decision to fill the position of Chief Administrative Secretaries is hereby suspended. The number of advisors in government shall be reduced by 50% within the public service with immediate effect. Budget lines providing for the operations of the Office of the First Lady, the spouse of the Deputy President, and the Prime Cabinet Secretary will be removed. Similarly, the budget provisions for confidential budgets in various executive offices, including my own office, have been removed, and the budget for renovations across government reduced by 50%. Henceforth, public servants who attain the retirement age of 60 shall be required to immediately proceed on retirement with no extensions to their tenure of service whatsoever. The purchase of new motor vehicles by the government is suspended for 12 months, except for security agencies, while a new policy on transport for public officers will be developed. All non-essential travel by state and public officers is hereby suspended. No state officer or public servant shall participate in public contributions or haramphase going forward. The Attorney General is hereby directed to prepare and submit legislation to this effect and develop a mechanism for structured and transparent contributions for public, charitable, and philanthropic purposes. These measures will be followed by changes in government that I will be making shortly.
Kenyan president and Mrantani Mabawa your friend is saying Mrantani Mabawa demonstration with Kenya no and say what can say same we say na say speeching a speech abepe so beti bi Ghana ha na Ghana has a speech betimi amabi wa ha na yen sentie Kenyan president na fi mebu sampene for say e ade as speech betimi atebi wa Ghana ha na ye betimi Ghana ye beka kura na ye bepe se beti bi so ha yentie Kenyan president ne bi yentie ne bi.
Keeping with the enhanced austerity measures we have committed to implement and align government expenditures within the budgetary implications of the withdrawal of the Finance Bill 2024, the following actions shall be taken with immediate effect towards the realization of the new budget. State corporations with overlapping and duplicating functions will be dissolved, resulting in the elimination of their operational and maintenance costs, and their functions will be integrated into the respective line ministries. Staff currently employed by the affected corporations will be transferred to ministries and other state agencies within government. The decision to fill the position of Chief Administrative Secretaries is hereby suspended. The number of advisors in government shall be reduced by 50% within the public service with immediate effect. Budget lines providing for the operations of the Office of the First Lady, the spouse of the Deputy President, and the Prime Cabinet Secretary will be removed. Similarly, the budget provisions for confidential budgets in various executive offices, including my own office, have been removed, and the budget for renovations across government reduced by 50%. Henceforth, public servants who attain the retirement age of 60 shall be required to immediately proceed on retirement with no extensions to their tenure of service whatsoever. The purchase of new motor vehicles by the government is suspended for 12 months, except for security agencies, while a new policy on transport for public officers will be developed. All non-essential travel by state and public officers is hereby suspended. No state officer or public servant shall participate in public contributions or haram fees going forward. The Attorney General is hereby directed to prepare and submit legislation to this effect and develop a mechanism for structured and transparent contributions for public, charitable, and philanthropic purposes. These measures will be followed by changes in government that I will be making shortly.
Lawyer Pia Dankwa of the Movement for Change is in the studios. We're still waiting on Sam Jeremy of the NDC, and then waiting on Chairman Omare Wade of the MPP. Lawyer, Yamuatanasi.
Offer with them majors.
Kenyan president, the Oki Kenyo. And Ranti and Tigu Montenegro. 3-4 days, and the Kenyan president not only say, Ucha a year financial bill 2024 no more. Nansama Oki Kenye. Ubepeso beti Ghana ha.
Offer with them for Akunya and charity for Namencha Wankasa. Now, in some Kenya, Papa Kenya. I'm saying now, what Nizaka yellow by Boliviana. Nizaka yellow by Bonibi.
Movement for change for the great transformation plan.
Say your friend the yellow Bible. Your friend yellow Bible.
The gospel according to the yellow Bible.
How are you boom and now solution yellow Bible. The M say Rutono. M say the Sako Kibi. Because or can't one or can't about say on say public expenditure so and essentially because so actually most of Africa say you call IMF one of the key reasons is your debt levels in sustainable and you're sustainable because young guys are generating enough revenue. Yes, so a bunch the expenditure no up the roof. Very unnecessary spendings. The three foreign ministers said Nana do for 125. Oshe state departments here you replicate this offer oil sector say you to your GMPC, your petroleum commission, your other
duplicating agencies.
Because a bino and deliberately and put in place policies are a bit creative, a best strengthen the private sector. Because private sector and the creating Jubano. Into one want to mean creating Jubano, pressure about no more edging to Gunkeke. Really, what to say, or more drink expenditure no. Into no,
wait, I said, no process never will be a no. Just say, Mamma to crowd no. That's where they you remember that toddlers, juveniles.
Of I so enya na no yi it tell me say Obama every MPP president parliamentary candidates no 30 slots each.
Wow.
Because someone to me is saying answer na ye creating one. Me want a major problem. Oh Ghana say it no ko fa yellow bible na solutions ni one over expenditure dey say I don't okay one. Oral and Chamatis obey president one public sector spending no any more than 5% out of budget. You say you be trying
I be cap.
Obe cap no 5%. For omen em rampo. I be capi.
Ubusu a wabu omam and two. Because we deal with expenditure issues if we deal with sources. One, share size of a bank. To real and Chamatis say on obey lean government. Now the head dome say only the one can try. Ocean the book ni the Bible was indicating even ministries are on obey use. And I said ministers are obey use. Osha 1633 are saying constitutionally regional ministers and ultimately nyahoshe. Attorney General ultimately nyahoshe. Into omu and 19 Peter from Nungwa or say of ADAKABRI from the presentation of the Kenyan president, it can only clearly be seen that governments knowingly make unnecessary expenditures. It is only pressure from the citizens that wake them from their slumber. Kenya youth have shown the way to suffering Africa. Anna or they ebai.
Yeah.
I hasn't they say want to.
No, a friend saying I must say, so first of all, I'm going to say your problem you acquire 17 times. The become FBR at the same issues. One, debt levels any sustainable. Two, you say young pay a friend saying public sector employment. Because young guys say Ghana say you use more than 60% of your revenues in your public sector workers. And three, buying to mean generate enough revenue. Now the issue is buying and revenue is free. But revenue is free private sector. Into your balance is yours. I didn't know use to me or in terms of policy, in terms of Sika, and from building private sector. Example, in giving proper institutional support to small and medium scale enterprises. So, proper institutional support to small and medium scale enterprises. Build revenues now. Yellow there are two instances you bought SMSD. 1 year building or creating the right macroeconomic environment. Yellow Bible they say obey ye emra and obey instructed Bank of Ghana for say one omunya policy instructed all banks say at the end of every year 10% of profit after tax no over dedicate ama SMEs no. 2, Bank of Ghana bear what we call a loan or a government loan guarantee scheme. A bema banks no sa guarantee no. Mama very cheap concessionary loans to SMEs no. And 3, obesa so ma omo ama inkrofo mo SMEs omo into agric and agric processing no. Ya more sa facilities no. Because any rocket science. Uko countries are friends and tax to GDP and war in excess of 30% in Yano. More very robust SMEs. Indeed, America they be use my example. No. President Dwight Eisenhower and now no buy or create or maybe SBA Small Business Act. I create small business agencies. America could be every district or move on one. All they do is to give institutional support. Business resource centers. Business resource centers. But also a institutional support. But Sika, what was the commitment of Aban way to in a sustainable level? So almost a SMEC Sika. Intermediate, like I'm saying, you know, your problems. The levels are sustainable. A bank has an one generating of Sika. They be uboro as cano who consume keke. Unfund generating more wealth. who can a seed, who can more of as a fruit. Oh, it clearly no. Abambe cut down on expenditure. Obe institutionalizes our expenditure controls. Not two. We're using the power of fiscal policy as in terms of all the incentives, all the mass subsidies. But most importantly, all also use monetary policy to me, the SMEs no some financial support. Oh, now yes, one we build the strength of the SMEs. I'm very strong now. We generate revenues now. We have to undertake projects. Now, what cutting down expenditure also through PPPC. Because when we are buying expense campaign, through infrastructure development. In terms of finding us, what we use incentives, the subsidies, it may attract private equity capital and that private capital into infrastructure development through PPPC, public-private partnerships. I be a build, operate, and transfer. I be a build. So offshore PPP Act. There are 9 financial models. Let's say you saw your railway. If you go to me see airports, infrastructure are buying here on to aid in the transformation of the economy now. One, who are buying Uber boosting growth sustainably. 2, Uber reduce expenditure. And I said Uber generating more revenue. When the economy be transferred, coupled with the fact that one can Uber merging buying yellow book or merging departments or merging institutions. Intermediate, the Kenya president can. Now can hear him say Obi a leaky yellow book in man. Maybe at the internet or maybe root on us own Nima Lanchman Yansa. South Africa one name.
Oko a AI almost also a great transformation plan to Chamatin.
Exactly. Into no root akok tembi. Wako download it and rolling it out. Because I yellow book yellow Bible no. Emuna a kwanya se ufaswa a better transform the economy no. Into the all can the no and me feel say Ghana amount for alanchmata kan once with the ladder. Into the dia say ye twam obi akabi alanchmata is all kan once no. Enye ne. Na in fact me born about to say onya sanya sandini nya wa institutionalizing by putting it in a book and so book when nya say boom e be outlive on ankasa na I'm just hoping say kind of be choose no na enye sada nkola ne ba da chi me am say the generation ye papa na no be wo Ghana ha wo sanya sa we na yam for 2 million angelensa na on be ka che
also in the studios Sam Jerome of the National Democratic Congress is the Western North Regional Communication Director of the NDC. What's nothing? That's so and a chairman or Manawade, former chairman of the party, former vice chairman of the MPP in the previous administration. Also at transit. Some you more transit. Chairman also say more transit.
Major sofa.
I think about it. Kenyan president as more can now, you bet me and you be at Ghana. And do we have enough happening here to warrant such a presidential statement?
You don't need enough to hear that such statements or programs. As a matter of fact, the Kenyan government presented a budget. Budget and also by Accra Kumasi Road, Accra Sawamu Road. Interchanges also by year, also the so about how they can have or the amount for per bayamo, maybe found a police force, soldier for any immigration force, and that person see a baby. And now, budget net requires it to say almost raise revenue taxes. And amount for so muntia. No more call them. Enti abane so ba no sa muntua dia sika ye betimi da bia ye nya no de betimi aye ni e na wa present e ho budget to o se o tie ni ya o se nyuma bebre ho a na mo ye ne so mu jai nyuma no bebre ho a di o mu jai enkrofo bia ye adwuma so be yi o madi because abane nya sika ntwe o muka or merge institutions ni nyina also be merge bi or merge nyina nkrofo adwuma na ebo to omo a esa akọpa adwuma nso so ya imagine ya yibi edi abede na wanya bi akọ omo a ekọpa police akọ eko soldier epe immigration akọ fire service akọ you say ya suspend ni nyina aban krasi aban ka osa ayi afimu nyina ye nto aban ka enti driver for wa open driver no so si wadwuma abo ti e pa e betumi the same thing wa ye ntwitwa tax ni nyina mu sika na ba no na fe aban ahwe e de no betumi di aye because as at now so onima revenue generated okromo nyina ye say over about 70 nearly 70% the tuya work sika this ye cancel taxes ni nyina na be ka 70% basically be nya so the tuya work sika adwuma bi enkoso is that what we want the tuya nyina mu e man be ka revenue be nya 70% ye ntimi mfa police for be form wo a wo so be police akono abo is that what you want nurse for be some goofy I be say form ekọ agenda 111 ya ewi nyina so much traffic because aban enya sika entuomka ya ka aban sika na ho aban ne jo mama na se kufado minum mienu ye ntobo anka krakra no eno na ye de manage aban me de me bi say akufado ban ne o se taxes kana for muslim ye ntua to biom yo yate sika ban nya de adwuma nyina na every 3 sources me work every taxes revenue taxes anasi ebekoba bosia anasi ebenya aid say de ye motowe ha motowe obas N1 no aid de call malam your friends say Cape Coast kwai aid Japan for the my anyway America for aid near the year anase ebekoba bosia boku asi intention near the aye ebekoba bosia tema motorway overhead near the aye ekwa minim say government of geo and crimes near geoji suhun sound de zamu road governor Ganambwa and geoji geoji your taxes no ana ye di tua sa kwan na ye nkakraka no ye ka si ye ntua na sa ban nye sika the only option left to abandon say contractor for yesremo ye ni sika ntimu hold on is that what you want enti e betimi atete taxes so nkrofo betimi asi kromu akoye dede ni nyina that it means reducing revenue. And when revenue is reduced, no, the aka ebe ka say ebe tete ebe inkrofo bi adi. Ebe pam inkrofo ni bi agu offices bi. Ebe merge because the merge a ntimi fa workers ni na nkogu ho. Ebe suspend recruitment a ebe koso yi. Ebe suspend. So unya police abeko. Soja una also pay immigration no. Una also subu ofusi ye nkotua tax. Tax kura unya nya adwuma untua bi. Me na ADAKABRI na etua. So we adwuma na etua tax.
And papa mu a also bia no file returns.
We no krom ha so nim si yenye.
But you are required to do under law.
Me say we no krom ha yenye esuban ye wine. Yenye. You know pa ma ban fam ram na ye say ye si krom say wa on file returns. Ka be hu demo. Ye pay tax etua. So ye pay adepa.
Baby no one my pay tax etua but would ingenuity be bem ama obetua na hunu de ye yama no.
That is one thing, but gradual. I don't be na route to koye ya konya problem. Kroma no mu ti mamu for no pay tax etua. And no see ye question na kete see ye mpesi ka na fam fix ye man ye because they say ye kobosi abokra ye nya bi o. Kro bi epre okobosi aba you say
to Kenya ho
me ana make about me say no me no mienu you say aban ababosi adodo let's an ye ka nti ye aban enkobosi abobi
na ogitum
na efree say can ye ka deals about $50 billion about 49
ogitum say Ghana bo bosi adodo
me say bosi ya bodo is about $40 billion
ogitum say sa bosi an eboro so I say,
well, yes, some more debt to GDP ratio, then the Ghana is here and I'm 60.
Kenya and a year 70.
Yeah,
so now the free 104%.
They said they're about 73 or 63 or 60 something.
Yeah.
Oh, let's check it. Debt today, debt to GDP. Ghana's GDP. 70, 60 something. 60 something. And the
pussy to something like that.
But no Kenya there. And the Kenya there no.
Kenya better than Ghana.
No.
Inflation crown women baby.
Inflation some of them 50 or
Kenya inflation under 6%.
Kenya is 6%.
Under 6%.
I mean, I say, can we book Google na mamia na ehwe nne
Now who the Google na dey your analysis?
They make kind by boss again.
Google dey we can send be for leaders who wumpo.
Google na timi try to timi kan kure.
And I make it that when you show. Now go ni na fe ko hwe Google no akwa the biggest liar in Ghana.
Exactly who the biggest liar.
Akoyin some kese dey abro. Was it the annual headline inflation rate as measured by the consumer price index increased to 5.1% in May 2024 from 5% in April 2024. This means that the general price levels in May 2024 was 5.1% higher than that of May. In Kenya, ending at 5.1%. I'm saying.
Well, 23.
From 54 to 23.
So, okay, say, COVID by Mr. President, Michelle, what can I say? I say, see a best ma what would ye? There be your mocker. Let economy say. Economy say, yeah, we know how to fix the economy, but what we do not know. And say, you better anywhere woo. You see a being around, see a bumper, you know, you name yet. Or catch them from day one. So, can you so there? They teach you a careful having your book card, the COVID card, and chromia for increment, and they didn't know. It cost us. It cost you brave. But what we do know, but what we know, say, you bet me I fix it, say, yeah, fix it. And that's what we have is happening. Until core 50. And now, about less by, I say, about 23, core 50, over 50 book. And it's still coming down. We know how to fix the economy. We know how to fix the economy. Yes, Kaka.
How did they get bad? How did they get that bad?
And I make a say, Papa ne catch say, ooh, yeah, just what you would hear me. See, here and I, and Uncle, ya for Hon and Cassie Sabe, who free one. COVID did I don't call ya.
So you know how to bring the economy back. And not how to bring the dead back.
Dead body, yes. Ooh, yeah, sand, and I don't know, you know, what's who something that. Say, economy never come from. Yes, you know, economy never come from. A bank taxes,
you are still in control as to what to do, bringing the economy back to life.
Exactly. That is what they are doing. And Medru baby a pay. Medru baby, we are
not where you finance minister.
I say, we are there. I say, yeah, we are telling, you know, but we are just still not out of the woods yet. We will get there. We know how to do it. And just a boy, Kufuadu Nyanka, who so quiet out few and Nimuka, Kufuanyanko, Begus on your fans. That's the kind of way. Kakra Kumasi, a chatum falling, going forward, falling, coming. Kakufu, I don't find your fans. Adoga guy. Kucha saw that could try to bomb deco. That's the kind of way. And I say, Becobosia, and I say, bet your tax, and I say, Benya aid, into the warning. They say, Obia Chrome watching the aid name baby. The two things. Ese ko bobosia is so amenu mienu yesa de na doso enti ba enko gibium ti dia kan se menu mienu tax nketen no kra yentua ninim akwa no board dance no uti tax mezi no uti the tax
there be
carpenter no tie me a plumber no tie omo am be you do this ceiling oga omo be bom uti omo ji there ya cross dia omo ji akase Jamu Jackasakasi, or Bob Born, I heard him say, cement no akoto, a dog chase car, no budget for putting the cement on the wall. This is so free how Jake's car can no a sick room. Ghana heading, and Mamma Chroma, who's soon to attack.
Into a moment to attack Ghana.
Dabi binu mi say dabi Ghana ne den na sure say ne ma e kom no. O dey first time 2017 to 2020. We were selling dollar na gina fa ku say ya. That time they didn't call the kid come IGP no. Ehu ya ne COVID be bob na IGP so ohuri ya kid that to form na
je to no can COVID no.
Na dollar so ehuri ja. But I tell you, Ghana, we are better. You know me where Nigeria for.
Eso so Jomahama so shares Jomahama share journalist no. O say nyew.
Me obi anka say me nka say Ghana e de. Ghana e de, yes, Ghana e de. And let me ba na meet you. So ko fa na so ko fa no. Odumasi ho no. O 6 years ago ko de no, nyewura. Le no ko fa de na hu ye. Adan ya kes o ka se wala ya kufuado. Me no mie no eti ha sun ya na yakosisi adan sisi. Dabi ati o ya hwe o da mo amoti new site new areas no ya mo hwe eba bi o ha me mejo wo ho na nsen adan bi pie mu ho. Go na sare o ne dan bi pie 1 week 2 weeks alon so some the machine bi na egu machine be gina no say cast cost rosa 10 floors 9 floors
a complex mixture no.
Now tell how say the kroma na yedin kroma na yesu je wan pe bibi anya ADAKABRI now to was say Ghana yedin where would we
my Musa Samai
na the
Kenyan president
the me yade say
all canon
me remember the me yade say no me constituency I was west
you beba be kan ho asem o say NDC fo abebo mu ana
ba obi ani o ma konse ye nema na me nwanwa
na hu say you mo ye beba ho aba be kan ho asem na wo send information in the mama
maka kire
utie Kenyan president no austere measures na o dey ba no utie ni kasa no now what do you make of it? Do we have enough here in Ghana to warrant such austere measure statement?
Are we ready for it? Can we afford that?
Offer medas maminsha na minchia eye mpemfa mene omohye na minchia eye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene eye Professor Gina no Pokwachiman undoubtedly nyame ya adoma eye January eye 2025 7 ye best well mu in as President and Vice President of the Republic, and I have no doubt in my mind say NDC will form the next government and fahu ene nia ebesi na offer winim em say nia Kenya for eye no say omode omani to oman te say Ghana enka ebia na omanye de omoye den omoye no me can say ohwe dia AC or Ghana ha say na Ghana ye west off in terms of eye nioma eye Kenya for no e de aye justification and na say sudua omo based on eye de omoye den omo eye no na offer unim no kwasema ewu mu ene say ohwe eye leaders of Africa and I say mpanyifo ewo ebibre mu a e kamia ye say sebekafro ye nhwe ensanso ensua de Ruto was in government not our Bemu as a deputy president, and at a point he was complaining say ya sideline. Apart from these complaints are not making he said say ye wonye maybe a koso wona ban ni mu a eye being spearheaded by eye President Uhuru Kenyatta ono no de oba obeye nioma den
differently.
Now he was able to align or identify himself with the Gen Zs and Masori and the hustling community now a Kenya no. And based on that no munya say GD woni mu a omoto abaye den the man. Well for Bayer no, do you know what he did? The first thing he did was say or revise Kenya's budget sending a certain signal say sika omudi nimpo ne yeden eso and as such he can make do with eye kakra na yeden ewo ho no. Subsequently yehu say this budget now will be revised no it has ballooned. I feel the ekosro I had to say find the budget of Ghana ubehu ne say at every year biano budget here the office of the president it keeps on what increasing. The biana yeden ekosro as against a year other critical sectors in pa yɛ den ɛwɔ hɔ wɔfa charge ni bi a ɛyɛ amanfoɔ ne de bo route ne ne sɛ oba ye just about 2 years or less what to call more than 68 times more than 68 times sabe kafo they don't see the need or sense in that because then na wokɔ awɔ den odeba and utumi hu ne say we're taking inspiration from what President Akufo-Addo is doing here in Ghana.
Oh, what actually no.
So I say because President Akufo-Addo buy no. See akwa media akwa no mo lose track or count of the number of times that President Akufo-Addo buy why they what to coin. Because you are even fed up. Among your day, muntie bio, mon kind bio. You don't even keep records of it. Utu coin so then na ode ye den, ode ba. And so utu coin na would Kenya airline po utu coin pan komuni problem. In the face of the people now, who visited hardship on them, no. What's also a high private jet? Like what is? They don't understand. For me, at a point, I hear the demands now omu making no. Many omo nyadwene bebre kakra, especially the latter ones no mo yeden. E make it calling for the resignation of Ruto Muniadi because I feel like say it will plunge the nation into anarchy.
Chaos.
So what I say, into a honor na many omo nyeden. Nyadwene papa. But apart from no, every single thing on my bia and what for then na Ruto so ye. Also over 47 agencies. Or scrappy or imagine or meje, isn't it? It tells you ab initio say you could have done these things. Na doable. I say what for?
Na make us say doable, but make we lose mo adwuma. And there yanyin tum sa.
Chairman Pacho ba ye bedure ho. What for na e kire say
the speed with which I all can.
I had to say when the best 500 Ghana cedis a day. Na adechin ye no papa say that be. Mema o 100 cedis. Na 100 cedis in when wanda. So it means to say you could make do with it. But because of say we say bi wo honinti no. O ye den, u di abra se be kafro. Omfa nyanse bia mpo nye den. Ento ho. Wofa obi obeka kire wo say na dada nyina no fi yankwankwa nkobọ bosia. Adenti na man na ye kokobọ bosia wo ho no. Omo no mahama mebo bosia. Ade no mo ma ho ma mebo bosia.
Awu bi.
Enti no wu ni bi no. Wu betimi anya bi mpa ye den achen no. But because of your inefficiency, because of say who nye innovative, because of say who sound so then corrupt. Because what kind na me kind assembly deputy commissioner was right na oka. Or see every year biano in Ghana you lose about $3 billion to corruption. $3 billion. Not even see this. International says for even 2 years in Pona Bemum paying for say they will not be corrupt. Ni ebe save says kana offer $6 billion. Do you know what $6 billion can do? What $6 billion? Ebe timi aden aye. Ya chichi new regions no kwa 20 million Ghana cedis near the more seed money. So mo find development. As at that time ko near the $35 million aye TNT at the America Abesian Kukumase. Doesn't make sense. So these are some of the things a share amount for nebufu. A share amount for nebufu. $35 million, yeah, the air transportation. Do you know how many jobs $35 million can create? How many jobs at $35 million can create? When I say Babunu Wagana Esoria, then you come and justify says I will say Munja tax there, and I cannot employ you. What justification is that? What justification is that? Until Wafa, the echoes were Kenyan and President Mahama Ekan and say. We shouldn't even get there. Leaders should be very responsible and they should be accountable to the people. Because if someone you're accountable, if someone you're responsible in the very things that you do, basically na man for no lose GDA. Because if you tell me say I'm using $35 million as TNT, na sabe kafo ye di machine if you do buy back on say na e cost ye. How much did it cost? So babunu net ho e den na nipa ne beden e bedwene. If say yetumi be a website keke wo Ghana how website keke etua almost about $1 million Ghana cedis just website. Say one hour po website creation but they do 1 hour
interoperability no the GI
enu 1 hour
interoperability how many
Chairman,
$1 billion
do you want us to talk about ASR mobile interoperability no Adiana NDC time it was build operate and transfer and we were not even investing a penny of Ghana Sika. You are comparing to one time. Ghana Sika would acquire them. I would acquire
build operate and transfer
what was it?
Build operate and transfer
Into the chairman, Mr. 1 hour raise, go and find it and bring it and let us talk about it.
Anytime. Anytime.
Chairman,
me sure 3 weeks ago on Unia TV. One can hear. Means I also you beat me, we are able to talk and speak to the issue.
So what being?
Unim intini say abemu paying for BT said for instance you use the case of Ghana but Ghana because of the respect are continuously ye war edema ye constitution and our democracy in intino and a debia no Ghana for mabunu den a chain Ghana for mabunu a chain obia insight say Ghana for say munkonko yese but apart from so being inside say obi nkonkwo ye bibi bone anase bibi say no constitution ni nsi ye ho kwan and article 21 say betimi ayede a stage demonstrations and protest money e ho kekan we can do it and demand a accountability from people are ye sovereign will ayede ahye wonsa but abamu painful features sabeka fo ye jimi enche bebre no president Akufo-Addo num pure water any amount for baba num pure water. And the same president Akufo-Addo now ne eye choko for no pure water no and no catch on him pon say sorry ne chiame na yede ne chiame abron kan cheche bi hine da say sorry ne chiame. So this is the level of disrespect, the arrogance amount for yeden ewum what for ye nim ye hu meti asisi e wu neme say nisi abana say what is say matofie be miensa wo East Legon doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because Jerome T. But the pace at which a beer nipania than econo, you who ubeti me when they say Nipaya bra boya or boy, Nipana bra boya or boy dear, a more rem. What financial one? MPP ministers. Na minim say be more concrete to Buddha so sa. I didn't know. Go and pick 2016. Yeah, a bit more pictures we be online publications attributed to them na sure mo compare so Jesus Christ of Nazareth mami bia me person me boni di mami oba bia wa minister for almost 8 years catch yen say ne bakura mpo nim nyansa obebu oman no echen president Mahama and no sure mo konwa ne community ya kan bom the last time I me share ne nsa diamond plated diamond Diamond be a next shining, 2016 Kwampuna ring in Samsung Pun shining, but then a diamond, I will quantify into cities, a brew over $1 billion. So if say Obihu, a yes, I nipa kroya, how do you think the person will feel? How do you think the person will feel?
The pictures in the video.
Do you understand? How do you think the person will feel? And the president Akufo-Addo over $6 million. What's what I will have? Do you understand? And this is the level. Internet say imabunu ni hu na say omu complaining. You think they are not justified to talk about it? They are not justified. Say omu they will vent their anger and displeasure on eye abaining emu mpanyinfo. Emone e ho nkeka ho. Chairman, obi anka say mo obi mo branko nanim. Me to me a lover of money, minya sika me den. Me pay. Yen wu ye eti asase su nko ade. Sika na ye den.
Anti me bia nye.
Oh, men ka
do ye na esa ho ya.
Ka do ye kan esa ho ya.
Ina ho ya nka de o so obi a share.
Do you understand? Baby account ya ho.
Nya kro be ka say
chairman wo asema na ka say MPP NDC for opposition o mato ni o me. Chairman minimum wo kaka ba ko ye 2016 registered. So I say that means the NDC time ena wunya ye ena woto ye. There is nothing wrong with it. but abemum paying for and we need to subject them. We need to subject them to that test. Say, sad way. Now on the course of Kenya, I'm sure a bedroom baby. I'm sure a bedroom baby in Ghana, no, a bed, a brusso. I'm sure a bedroom baby in Ghana, sad in a bed, a brusso because Sabeka fro. You say Nipana, Wasala Koto Abaman say, oh, the Bayan Shaka cra, Nasa Mensu Minya, a Juma Pabi, a decent job, be enye. Now, Unsunya Wodiano. Is ya the ne Ghana Babuno, Wafa, I'm telling you. Yeah, them one, maybe a fortunate. But even one, yeah, them, maybe a baby so be pano. The person might not be able to say, or Bekania, or Yeden, or Fomu. Nippon to mean Kanya, or Fomu. On the daily basis.
So, do you believe we say suffering, what I say, no? It requires something.
Wafa, Abrusu. We are only using common sense and thinking, say, a your man yarn, Yeden, your we need not to do anything a bad day. Our first man make an patriotic, Messi. I'm but the only thing I'm not gonna baboon yes, and then say, on pay the state whereby on mine bed day, on mine best say. On pay the state on mine the bed, ebe say. So now what? Yes, said they are not okay. Said they are not okay there. Sabe ka for na say ebe ko dua ye beto obi dia ye nto obi dia there. Na say dwanin we. In so to na say dwanin. But that is not the thinking of the Ghanaian youth.
And the Ghanaian youth, no, could anybody describe the Ghanaian youth as that those are?
Oh no, I think so, I don't agree with that. I think I stand by the Munich. Say, share general considerations now. The Ghanaian youth for say actually say on my best party. Oh dear, young train says some few months, 4 or 5 months be. And I young pammy more responsible. But there's sometimes you can't a person may respond. On my there's not a kind person respond. Old church. Look at two things. Church, how I govern this country. Okay, say 1 tax, 2 loans, 3 aid. 1 and now 2 Osaka say taxation. Only do not into tax. So those two person briefly me say. I think that the tax one is clear. Do not tax because yama has the majority of the tax no indirect tax. Majority tax indirect tax. Do not tax. 2. About revenue issue now. I want to sometimes ask why you feel say a buying any idea. It just doesn't come deliberately. What are buying? It's so useful to me. Our war economy anymore. On educated system, I'm not going to say that. And about increasing. A buying. And I about institutional support. They are in which when I Ghana buying. What my first of all SMEs no. Ejina. In which one our Boama private sector, what build the private sector? Because only one tax. Majority of the taxes no free corporations. Majority of the tax on if companies. Now who Ghana buying? In fact, as if your business are with wire money. The way government treat you no. As if wire money say think here. Say obey business. So was any di na do ho yaw no. So was any di na do ho yaw. Oh, because who for a president party yes if you claim say you believe in private enterprise. You know policy order be na largely no. Adverse to sa botai no. Policy order be na anti business. Because who come out, yeah, you can 1D1F. How can you justify? Say, oh, my 1D1F, so 400 million 1D is about the 35 million now dollars. And don't put a creative about, I must say, create about 200,000 jobs. And then you spend 2.1 billion on NABCO. What is that 2.1 billion creating 100,000 jobs, which is unsustainable? And agree. Into the 2.1 no, a share. Policies are a building, it's a 1D1 full say SME support to 1. Ubet me in your revenue now soon. Internity Ukobesiano. Because on your revenue now, on ko besia. Two, we better create jobs now. Won't be creating to know. See, oko Tony JPC. Now either police, immigration, but focus never call police immigration because who are buying who use to me and create a system in Juma best sprouting. Also, boy SMEs. One who you saw a power of Yamau to me. With Mama Bank of Ghana direction. So listen, my issue communicate and our policy a be force banks number one SMEs this year. Two, ubetimi abayino to me ubetimi Mama Bank of Ghana for years some loan guarantee scheme. India and other countries are economies are more grown or more grow because of such policies. America, I want for America within a short time. Omutimi because of more and yet per chance. Dwight Eisenhower, as way back as 1954, Omomo Small Business Act, created small business agencies. As agencies, Omomo proper institutional support, almost some support in terms of grants and loans, small banks, small loans.
Your business resource centers are MPP.
Omeguno.
As you see, I know much franchise.
Omeguno. Because
that Ubisusi cannot be a
Wafa. Alan Chamante, on one Sunday credibility in a master bias is nearby. And I buy Sika once in the room. Abanka says once in the room.
And to say I am pay.
And Mekano said it that in terms of Nana do very disappointing. Because for government of free party or so only firm believe a building private sector. Now you put all the being in adverse private sector.
Business resource center no me.
So I'm not mass insurance support making. So
loan.
No. So what they're supposed to do, give institutional support in terms of
they give you what?
Institutional support. I'm not build those structures. To put you in a position very easier for you to attract loan. But because I don't put what I expect Aban to do. Yeah, BRC soon. Now also soon. What's that?
Business support resources.
75 of them was built around the country.
Now, since they started operating. No, they started operating.
Yeah, they started
now I donor support and I don't know.
Fought me start a business.
No,
it's a million to you so near you because to me apply be.
But Unia,
or take advantage of it.
As I can say.
Yeah, kind
Unia, as I can say.
Sometimes opportunities come. The people don't take advantage and yet come and sit on radio and complain with enviness and bitterness. There are several programs and projects MPP. I start here. They all kinds of business. That's why I asked the question. I didn't buy you, but I think take advantage of it.
Ireland in the credibility, what a bunch have done. Another on the control fiscal policy. Was to direct Bank of Ghana. So undirected banks. Say every year be at least for 10% of the profit after tax. So SMS no. After so then you link it to the BRCs. Or what buying like I said no. Ube Bank of Ghana form a loan guarantees.
Are you aware of baby Ali John Kuma were present? Like the baby of you as about finance. Nipples.
Why
John Kuma, the baby I know one. No, yes, it was under Alan. And no more create here. No,
it was under the president.
Well,
now I
was John Kuma before a while. And I am aware of
business development. So
they were doing that. And they have given and they keep giving. Only our presidential millennium and the tables them, president board them, and they are still giving.
They are giving in a
but people don't take advantage. Very unstructured.
Very unstructured. That's me.
Who apply me?
One if.
Who apply?
Any approval. But because of unnecessary partisanship, some of us are approval concrete projects.
Now we are the project.
So there's this company in Holland. So Van Vleet for a subsidy for no tech support. Tech support is spare parts. We're one of the biggest spare parts producers in Europe. Or my franchise in business.
Car spare parts.
Car spare parts. Always say car spare parts. Cars, whether trucks or vehicles. Yes, they now want the one for approval. Personal approval, not just exempt for MIA. Guarantee you didn't say. Guarantee no. Cause at the end because almost petty party and I say intra-party affiliations. People say, oops, say, institutional.
You are saying Alan was in charge.
Alan
then
was.
you are saying
Exim was under what? Exim was under trade. And Anadu.
Alan German could not lobby also a right elected.
It's only some Alan boys. It's only some Alan boys. And then I said, Unyawe.
One.
Tunya was in another fadu of mine. Emia Alan boys. Unyawe.
And when Alan was there?
Yes. Unyawe.
Alan could not help anybody.
No. Is it pushing him?
No, you say Alan could not help anybody.
Say you couldn't help anybody. Friends. Me say me the way example. Also could help anybody.
You want to me more that's what you are saying.
Exim back a share under wine. Exim back a under wine. Exim back. Nana
say Alan to me more. You work with Alan. Listen. You apply for this facility. And you are saying, he's sitting here complaining, say, assembly kasi and can pass. You
see, listen.
So it's a very
because under any source country, Exim Bank and share finance. And every serious Exim Bank should trade us because it goes hand in hand. But what person would manipulate a control a cripple one fontino? No more time, no, a chef finance. So you don't push people to say things.
Exim Bank.
Money don't push people to say. I'm telling you, say, Exim Bank, Exim Bank, Exim Bank was not under trade. And Mahama was not under trade. Unya was saying, now Unya was saying, serious countries. Omo banks are omo plans are projects finance some the boosty trade trade apart from Ghana and Akufo-Addo epene yi sa financial tool free trade as eco finance unti bi da so you see I'm pushing my concern about how deliberately because the biggest problem is lack of commitment I'm pushing my concern say Nana Akufo-Addo only so munim adepan no but omo do Ghana omo an agenda different from Ghana agenda to Ghana. Because so to Ghana. That's a put a ba. Policy say ba. Me go me ba. Oh, I come in my mind. I'm
national vice chairman. 5 good times I went to Alan's office, I couldn't see him. But see now. That's me kwa constraint is go. That's me don't talk and let me talk.
What's the NDC for about the same officer about and I'm betting. In terms
of policy.
ADAKABRI asema and Rameti am copious mirror. That a whole political parties, Bama Lydia, the MP, I was Westbrook and carrying the
Sarah Hassan.
Nifie be or Joe, and all day why I'm up on the campaign office. The constituency organizer, Yabuati organizes a meeting for coordinators was then. Almost some more they move a few NTC for a group to other almost say Omunpanagu party for no meeting no voter transfer. There's a voter registration was today. Me man too. 80 me Joe Hoya. Can you police for not the then they see NDC for Etimia organizing my boys not the other. I be book of your says the office of the manager. What? And I go there. And I can remember call your police company for besiege and your friend this for them before them where cancel. And then I said no more come because them at the meeting. NDC for no bebro a best send crofo abubu office no mo ti o se mo bae no o mo phone mienu aira enti o man fa mo a o ma san frɛ more troops eba awara kare ka ketekete na me ka sem tie mpanifo ne bi se o ti o fie na obi aba attack wo beto asel so wa sese wo niema police for bae a o mo se o mo da mu ntimi nchire obi ana mu a mo ti ho no mu a be se mo na mo ko report to police. Nemu almost as on Becono, phone, bro, be Sam, and phone me no ira. It won't pay more mans and Omako.
Sam, or see the honor.
Me, my catch company for police for the soldier, security for no. Or tonight, a could be a convention at Napo. After 72 hours. If we don't hear anything, if you don't see any action, the BCBiano, they should take the blame. And then more saying ADAKABRI. That's obituary.
Mas some general can be.
Offer Rebecca Bina.
Say me yes me cook me could do one time.
Offer Rebecca Bina.
Before the police phone number.
Before that, no. Now me per se. Me can't much chairman to say. Minister of Finance. I think say Office of the President and I said Minister of State in charge of Finance. Mami Obey Abena, right? Onana Nuntum. You use almost 400 million Ghana cedis. Sa to krona a day a dahon. Salmon a dahon. Na wafa, what's he say? Amana dahon, National Cathedral. We spend almost 400 million taxpayers' money. 400 million. Now, wafa, when I say Chinijuna Strabuchi, no case in paying for no near hey be margin, you don't understand. Or because we're dim paying for them. But obviously, the person is justified. The person is justified. $400 million. National Cathedral. Oh no, for almost 400 million Ghana. Debbie, you've not read what the lady has said. You've not read what the lady has said. Almost 400 million Ghana cedis. Why then? What's saying no?
At the end of the year, it's cathedral. More and more call the Moses Yai. Ye 2 foundations, Musi Yai, one more Jai. I feel all by us, I don't know 2 foundations, and says go to. The more crying as in Yango Pong, when to cathedral. While you were doing the motion and calling
the fact is a Ghana Mabunu. Chairman, the first Ghana Mabuna, Chairman, can Bible was in paying for Mamun Shankwala Nebufu. And Adia Wuye, a typical example, so fun, a young Kwala, a young Mabunati and Akoma. Just because in paying for money be beadi. You people are okay. More you somewhere then. Move them at the expense of the Babuno day. What's your and some of these things here, Kasa. And sometimes you're because I same way. And sometimes you're because I same way. You're because I same way. You think that they are not justified? I could go when they 80 something years. I will not name me. Or none yamu. Nanka Banisana was saying, Yana to me, Yadimpa, who bet me in your house in Pie. I can't. Because Yakasa Penny Jaya and you are saying, the Biana Nadu Jaya was saying, Sweeney Bika. How? Asem bi obekane ade bi obeye bia no sabia kura wedi even 10 years krampon we see something wrong with it bone be na ye where did we go wrong where did we go wrong where did you go you have become Aden who they too bon? Who you are not and say, yes, in this for see yai. Sabia didn't bend about him even in the first place. Yanko Ponti one, watch your damn your team. Watch your okay can Bible now. One can't just say, even as said, or the Amay Wakumum. One can't just say, our body is the temple of God. So God is so not just on funny pound to the extent say they should build him a temple at a point and for they will become righteous. No, a common do more. You think that's how God works? And in the name of religion, so can was a my beggar say, where the umpenya me, unsurunya kopon, and untin or yes, sir. Meanwhile, Mudijis canamo than mamma, slave queens. Right. And those people are the people who think say, yeah, cast slave queens, or do much pa, don't mama, papa, no one slave queen, would they be a me who's
do you accept to say, and this if women are commanded home office? I don't say, and this if one are commanded home office.
Wafa, this is an issue I have no evidence of. Many evidence be and even the fact of the matter no crown meaning I don't have the full fact. So a bad dear mommy say a case of asema wouldn't even fact about it. No, I will be able to make a comment about it. As you said, saying that chairman year one party. And what about better now I can't. So if say I am briefed and I say matse assemna, then on authority I could say ABR ABCD. So I said but we say you know I think in the coming days you know
police about it police
and I'm about it won't fold. Now you who said it's here. But if you say
okay, Global Analytics had a new a survey on nomination and confirmation of Napo
parliament.
I know they are. I say Napo widely accepted in Asante, but beyond Asante, no, Obakrita Kra Napo and well accepted. What do you make of that, Chairman?
Me, Sancrophone. I know their background. Minimum of finance sponsor.
Omo predict victory.
Yes, omo ye cock I ye bet you soon Napo ya. Who say results I be back, pull be back out. No, I'm saying Napo, 60 something, almost 70%. And no man, be no more. Yeah, 77%. But yeah, back out. And I'm say Freeman, Yahina, Duchum, obviously, ADAKABRI, before he was even appointed, nominated, now only 100%. So the 77%, 23 now, they were not in support, even though they said they interviewed party for. Among the party people, so who we ask near any page in outdoor what do one boss and Lumba, any page in outdoor word do it is not possible. So be a papa was about a roti how you are doing fair ya brand here, me whom fear wedi. Not me, my one opening.
Wait, Chairman.
It's about not possible.
As a do any part of crying out the word.
Yeah. So even before he was nominated, even within the party, there were people who were also pre sombinya. We must all respect Bamia's choice. Do you think Natoshi was not interviewing BSNK? But 1 year, so there were people who were who were supporting other candidates for obvious reasons. And to win, you're picking now, you're nominating now. Those people, if you go and ask them, insanity. It should be like that. So for him to go out there and ask, and and you're on free no. That voters 20 December 7th. If you have seen the post or you know, they be who the credibility. Messiah was worse. Also about post or the friend is saying. I say one be winning. Opa me predict. Me opa me mad or the baba. And same Siaga. And I know guys there ben why and there why info. Now the sad thing and the interesting thing, but make us same be a chiro. The last time I hear post be, that's about 2 months ago, about 8 weeks. And I said, John Mama, I was 57%. Okay, I know ma about me 32%. That's about 6 weeks. And the Bamia was 32, and John was 37. And this if one Nankasan cars won't go be in mind, no the buy. I said, your mama free 57, about 51. And about me free 38, 30, about 38. They say, my country is the next you post no by so because that time, about me, I'm calling regional tone. Or call you the who is so that become so at so my way 32, no man was 57. Last week, you know, do back by or say I free 57 about 51. When they lose here, and then free, but I'm free 32, about 38. They say Bamia or starting a constituency tour. When say or say meet the press, Ukobi, one flow. Young flow.
Mankobi.
Your friend media personalities and also more the invitation, Echo Command, a media house.
me see I'm
It
friend.
sounds like despite media could be, and despite media.
Yeah, I'm friend
Yeah,
radio
church,
station.
you say the musi friend.
I mean, one. That's
Sana
not wafa. Ejumaya wuye. Say ebia opanyin bi ebeto nsaye dey. Afre media for money there. Yeah, free media personalities one. Because media personality be work, obenim na be friend kwampo no.
Entu paso kacha kana ha media personality be ADAKABRI we. Media personality be ADAKABRI.
Recognize media house.
Was it one ka personality papa? Is that what he's telling you?
Imagine.
No.
Just imagine.
ADAKABRI.
Just imagine.
So we program Ghana whole from media pennyful I was ADAKABRI nka.
Say ADAKABRI ejuma wa.
Dear Fred despite.
Be ADAKABRI ejuma wa. Oye ejuma wa.
And I Fred Peace FM.
Oye ejuma wa.
And I Fred okay.
And despite
and I Fred hello.
And not despite media crampo am broadcasting a live. And not despite media through UTV. E broadcasting a live. Internet. Nyame fa born in church chairman.
Oh.
Nenye ntro no na obi twa nyampa na mesra ma no.
Because obwa. O chese nye no kre.
Enye no kre.
Just because obwa does it mean say the wo kan enye no kre?
Oh, akasa mebua that means enye no kre. Say na meka. Enam se nyame fa no born in che no. Enti mama nsre ma chairman bio. Enti mama nsre nyame se on fa chairman born in che no. Eh, men nyam nyame fa no obu.
Enra metie back.
It is sana musi frefre.
Invitation was sent to media houses as to be omo be friend man abade. The reason is waba no abeye den. Waba be down ho adi. Den. Wo ho. Say bia me no so mesi so enso. Me ye adwuma wo this media den. This media station. No.
Enti despite media wane buy.
Oh, that's why bisa obi mpemu nyina. Bisa obi mpemu nyina because they were there. A mo kwa no mo fa eye feed no. Na mo nko for den. Eti ho. Question na man say omu bisa. Because enye obi okọ obi an obisa question. Enye obi okọ obi an obisa question.
Okobi. Okobi. I say I listen for na go dot say media for.
Enye no credit da.
Okobi.
Enye no credit.
Na hon my man.
Nanti media houses say wa Accra krampo no. Emro be say 300.
Okobi.
Even media houses in Accra.
Edi mo ye wo hen.
Media houses in Accra.
Wo ye we.
Kempinski.
Space no. Mo anticipate.
Osi ya anticipate.
Aye.
Oh, on say program there.
Because nipa ne ka bonten.
Oh, nipa
ka. Yes, why man tia mama.
Nipa ka bonten ya obi abeka some ka bonten. Eye bia party supporters.
Oh, there be nipa ka bonten.
Oh.
Media personalities e ka bonten.
Ayi.
The next time mo ya, mo hwe na mo ntutu ne yi.
Wofa.
Because asema no ka kire no.
Edu baby kram, edu baby.
Asema no ka kire no. Tie mu ye. Asema no ka kire no. Edu baby so no a. In as much as all best and the media house. Ubetimi anya selected team bi so. Also sunu said obi abisi aka na asem. E de amount no ka bi kire. E di kokko ka kire samegem ka tie no a. Because wo ya ade ti say. Na wo say wo di ayiba a president despite media. Na de ba media house. No be say me say kra. Me man ti say mo ye bibi sa kra. Kwadwo damiado asu be pie ho so aye pamo no. So nkuta invitation. It wo gina bontene. Ikwabna mafu de be pie ho. E no no ma kwadwo aye friend say omo dame ka so omram yesi ha ma no so de ono kwabna mafu e de na konya be mo dame. No no agina nchen baabi. Majeri wa mabi. It is a what ya say. Next afa need FM. Tabu se Majeri o ADAKABRI na onka asemu a mo kan ye no ma amu a na mo ye adwuma na mo anya adwuma
nti wofa mesro
di kokache sabe jamfi se so onu utimi ya ade we no so onka me ye ntibia hwe na obi anyina ba bi so anka se obi ka bibi de tia obi ana obi ka because nipa no want wasam ase a ontimi nkyeremu ye edi do obem wate na asem asem o ka so na obi gina ba bi so o support we
wofa no kre
edi igwe no akra no me a message the message aka che no so igwe wotu wonom wo se wo ya ade kra wo mo ani nko ho kwasi dabra chief of staff ono so nani nko ho a mo mfrafra mo nkrofo na mo beti se ye bom twene no a hwe na obi anka so obi mpo obi asem
wofa
because utie
yebe sene awa mama
me say ayi
mane kana se
sole kra na omo hwe nkrofo
o de nya sole asem
omo che omo hwe
o nya sole obi am
one ko an kom de no
mo am se mo program at
wofa
tempeski omo diale
wo ni bibi asema
hola mkoye no some mo Ghana headache
asema okay enkra no ye de beko but for me ebe me won kakra say ebia despite media na an invitation has been extended to despite media you know say enye a specific media house ba kope na ebia ye de e wo ha enti ne sem fan say bia abana abesi ebia NIT FM so a ana bibisa so NIT FM workers will not even give any hint to the other media houses na mo ankasa mo ahase you know I don't know if that is how it works. No I don't know
na monya majuma yi o dia fa
Cancer.
was ya problem letter demand man who ayam farmer we farmer we
or can be a possible and no time me ka say on see akire what about say baby how do you see your kra no e bi obi nhwema obi ma because ubehunu no na manipulate no next time bi na mo mani nko ho
so we say na ba internalize you understand Mati the point now o make even the point of making bo say ebia even say ebia wo show no crowd probably baby a why adwuma yadu ane ne standing in Ghana's politics monade ebi kwampa it wouldn't be out of place ebia Chief Debra Krampo ebia minia BBC you understand say bia obey obeba there's nothing wrong with that because even myself you say bia even myself you see even myself bia me press conference na say bia obi tumi ba say any power ko bia oni invite Krampo na nipa ne yede and I'm also say bia say ayi wo father kabrin su edru ho a anybody there at all would have said say
What's Dr. Ekospio Gabra or Brian's and
Obre Biansan or that means un cano crack. Did you say cano crack? Obia Hobiana Huno. Obia Hobiana person cano crack. What did you see anybody? Everybody on quick on cano crack. Say Dr. Spio do one. Say Osa one of budget permission. Sam. I don't know that me am come on. Yeah. What is Sam? Is it wrong for him to be MPP? Sam. Are you wrong to be MPP? Sam.
Tesiano.
I'm not saying MPP on nipa.
Sam.
Abana sent Mujane.
Sam.
You should be on board.
Oh, come on. Sam. John Dramani Mahama. The entire enra. Oso Ocean Central for na sembi opese okama obitibi na me di kan so ka kire say so obi ante wasem ase a either say obeye din onka bi ana obi na no so atranye ye obeka bibi na nya no kore on say question a onia Captain Smart ebusa no on say otro no bo ase no oka 24-hour economy on baby onia di free o say edebe new na yehunu obobobobo mu nyina mpanifo ni nyina din eso bibi different bia mai on say John to no boase no e na all chire enomam aka 24-hour economy there be a free or there ba game changer no enti ni botae no say opese obi ti ase na de konti say obi gina ho odame a face challenges wa bie na no wa ka chire wo say even Dr. Kospio Gabra can not all struggle to enter one for in good faith. Namun suya bibin free home. Na next time more ya. No man say bikra na venue no kra na nya den. E man tell me say who invite media house a sanya with specific people be na nya nipa nyina na be kan asem yie mpodi amount.
What for now can you there in good faith? It is
24 hours no. Was it 24 hours so ka utie no. Was it 24 hours?
Is this Sadiq Adams?
Is
this Sadiq Adams?
No, mama, let's say
oh, I hear. Say sports no kwampo no say ye sisi eye stadia eye papa money adi kwampo na even with that no you bet me 24-hour economy
na feel like cancer
and even It was even perfect. Ghana suggestion
Okay, finally. Also, the enterprise economy na beba. Me tie final comment. Final comment. Lawyer final comment. Also say enterprise economy.
Yeah, because utie minia omane wade as well can which are some offers with him. Yeah, revenue until yetimi upbuild the economy businesses ebetimi thriving. And into say your GDP no focus near enterprise economy. Say you be dealing with macro economy no. About you be use power in the economy which is fiscal and monetary no to boost industries. Say you be boa agri transformation. Now you are boosting tourism. Say businesses thrive here. I want to buy between the revenue now here no. I want to njuma
a project.
I lawyer it you.
I want to ubenya revenue now here no. I want to ubet make creating njuma. I want to amount for benya njuma here. Na se ni na area one ubenya economy one stable, a grow economy resilient. Na prosperity na ebeba eni san kana fo nyina no e ko kan great transformational plan book ni bi no na yensa ento yaba e ma ora na chamantin no my
right. Final comment.
Bamia is coming up with a very solid, interesting project.
It's coming.
See, chiefs in agriculture. I don't say Ghana ha. Ahemfo e won sase. Da ho ayem do. Na ukuro mu hini a Yamano a youth and agriculture for be at 20, 30, 100. Munkodo or Hinefu. You bet you have a cabo sumi. Ya dog a bro yaba. Brony by na Yakodo a friend say. Yakoya factory. I'm telling you. The idea and the concept coming. No? Jobs are coming. Okay. Industries are coming. Okay. Manufacturers are coming. Okay. The people. Aduane ebebu netime export to netime ye no a ye ka transformation na anase ye ka stability anase ye fundamental
for food and jobs no planting for food and jobs anye just I so use that to the extent say I just say sisi aye the new policy
ye nya asase ye nya fo wa nya asase untimi nya fo yes ye be mam workers
yamfa aseda
no matimi produce so when we have enough
na yamfa aseda fama chairman Marewade of the new patriotic party Ura Sam Jeremy of the National Democratic Congress and then also Apia Dankwa of the Movement for Change
or the Opoku menu papa speeches Osemen Chama
Fred Mechia papa Majoso right it is that say the Olakaku Michael Abramwe and a DJ foreigner and nobody be coffee nobody ever call jo
Beba penyin kan no ni made pa na so nan se bua no obon medwene ho